posts. Yes. Going to the Discord to do the announcement postings. Yes.
Yes.
Quite indeed.
Oh, yes.
Indubitably. All right. There that
Yes.
be. There's my announcement posts. So, who would like to give the recap for inspiration?
Ooh, me. So, in session 1, we opened on a impending festival to celebrate a big new cathedral to Paylor in town. To begin the festival, we had a few different speakers. Speaker Whiston, who is like a local council member and kind of like the town guy to go to. The fella, he's the dude. He made the first speech. Then Sheriff Baylor Hemlock, who is me, Yorville, and my brother Drovgi's boss, because we're in the town guard, makes a not as exciting speech. And then Sirdik Drakus, who appeared to be a completely ridiculous man, gave a speech much more jokey that was long and we didn't need to hear. And we met everybody. The whole party was incidentally betting on the same tiny dragon race at the beginning of the campaign. I bet 1 gold on the blue dragon Juju, but I did not win anything. So Yorville, Drovgi, Clink, Minnie, and Tim all competed in this dragon race. The local religious leader, Father Durney, gave a speech. Then Drovgi won the race. Gunner, my character's badger, familiar, also competed. Then we won some miniature catapults. Everyone else did some things around the town. Clink investigated a kid falling. And
So, real quick, the reward for the race was not the catapults. That was the catapult game on the coast,
right,
on the beach.
That was a separate event. Sorry if I didn't make that clear. The miniature catapult will be going to Drovgi's daughter on Christmas, so let's hope she lives that long, right?
That's fired.
Then after all that happened, there was a goblin attack while everyone was gonna eat. They killed a dog. That was really uncool of them. They also knocked me out, but I got back up, so we're fine.
Ain't nothing gonna keep you down.
Ain't nothing gonna keep me down.
Ain't nothing gonna break his stride.
And then after we killed all the goblins, we ended the session, and so we pick up here, I assume.
Indeed. I'm just going through the other drawn recaps real quick. Oh my goodness, look at that little gobble face. He's got a little mustache.
Oh my
too.
god. Sage, we have a plushy goblin head dice bag at the game store.
That's perfect.
And every time I see it, I consider buying it for you. And I see it a lot, because it's in between the front room and the back.
It is perfect. Oh no, little gobble looking at Minnie. Alright, very good. You've achieved your recap and you've achieved your drawn recap, so very good there. And
Why are you so tall? Genetics.
genetics, yeah. As
Completely ignoring Tim's drug deal.
yeah, that was there. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Tim was asked to, maybe go,
I do like gardening.
He's doing
some
gardening.
plants.
He loves gardening.
Yeah.
So,
Tim loves gardening.
as Drellin's ferry recovers from the attack and buries its thankfully few dead, mostly just some beloved family pets. Unfortunately, there were a few citizens who did perish, a few of the town militia, who fought well against the goblins, but in the end, goblins' wild antics were a little too much for them. However, the citizens will do their best to get on with their lives, as even though this joyous occasion was hindered by the goblin raid, there is still a new cathedral, and the priests, thankfully, were properly prepared to give services and the like for those who perished, and ended the evening early with prayers to Pelor to watch over those who fell. Now, though, with the raid's terror over, and the memories of the goblins' accident, of various goblins, there's, rumors of goblins lighting themselves on fire, or riding bottle rockets in a wild, manic scree of noises as they seem to explode midair and kind of flop. Very comedic antics that kind of overachieve, or that's not the right word, but overseed the actual deaths that did occur, as while there were, 2-3 guards that did die, not many besides those guards' loved ones really remember that so much as the, flying a bottle rocket goblin, or goblin being punted about 50 feet, or another goblin who lights themselves on fire, running around crazy. It's a little weird. Either which way, though, you guys have some time to recover from your wounds and from the exhaustion that you have suffered due to the great overexpenditure of that combat. What would you like to do?
I only almost died.
Just almost.
I only gained 4 levels of exhaustion. Don't worry about it.
Session 1 goes 2/3 to death.
Easy.
To recover from the very stressful events, I'm going to relax by doing some gardening.
Excellent. Are you going to go do some gardening by looking for that individual, or are you going to go do some gardening back at your cabin?
I'm gonna go look for that individual. He seemed
Alright.
like he had a hookup on some gardening. So I'm very interested to see what this man's gardening techniques are.
All right. Well, let me go and grab you.
Fucking hook up on some gardening.
So you would make your way over to the Fat Man's Feed Bag, where this individual seems to be a common patron of. You would know that the Fat Man's Feed Bag, just due to its nature, as you can probably click on the roof of the building, it is certainly not the most popular tavern in town, but it is the most notorious, as bar fights are common here, and it is often the job of Sheriff Hemlock and the other soldiers and militia members to, clear the rebel rousers out and keep things civil. It's a common occurrence here, and it is said by many well-to-do citizens that the clientele of this building are less reputable rivermen, or those who are more travelers on the road that come by through town and then stay for a couple days and leave, and just so happens that on the days that they're in town, some people's clothing go missing, some people's coin pouch goes missing, minor thefts and the like. And it's many citizens here say that it's due to the scoundrels that stay at the Fat Man's Feed Bag.
Well, it can't be that bad if they have some good gardeners around.
All right. So, as you make your way to the Fat Man's Feed Bag, let me go and gather up that information so I can get that for you. Locations, Drillens Ferry, key sites, Fat Man's Feed Bag. Where are ya?
I've been trying to find it this entire time.
Here we go. All right. Da-da-da-da-da. So I am going to go to the... I'm going to import the interior map in and just copy over the interior of this individual building. And then get rid of that so you don't have to worry about loading the other interior map. Because, it's pretty chunky. But I do want to have some interiors for you to look around at. So... And And once I can get all these maps properly sized for people to not have to worry about lag or whatnot, we'll fix that. For now, though. Whoop. And... whoop.
Ah. Very
Alright.
cool.
Very good. So, as you enter into the tavern, you would see that it is, even at this time of day, it's assumedly early morning or mid-afternoon. It's got some patrons here, though, depending on early morning versus afternoon, they are either passed out in the bar or currently day drinking.
Nice.
But you would see that there are a few figures, other than these random patrons, that would give note, and I'll make their tokens visible and place them where they would be in the map. Alright, so let's see here. You, Mr. Gressel, would be behind the bar.
Basically, is the salty spittoon.
Yeah, well, it's fine. Let's see here. I'm just trying to figure out where Raishi belongs on this map. Let me go check out my notes for him real quick. Alright. He would be one of the people passed out at the bar, and you'd see Jabral would be kind of at the booth down over here. Currently.
Jabral, the man I spoke to earlier?
Yeah, he would.
Okay. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna walk over and I'm going to sit down and be like, hey, mind if I sit here?
Let's see here. Control A, there we go. Here's his character, so I can read my information on him. There we go, cool. Well, be my guest friend. And I'll raise a hand. What you drinking?
Water.
Right, water it is. Hey, Gressel, water over here. Some grumbles with your passive perception. Water. Drinking water these days, okay. Here's your water.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, don't mention it.
And then I'll take a sip of water and I'll look at Jabral and I'll say, man, the events of yesterday have got me kind of stressed, and gardening's just really good at calming my nerves, So I figured I'd come talk to you.
Well, I can certainly help with that. It's totally understandable. It was quite a mess, even though the little buggers were, didn't really cause much trouble. They did cause a little bit of a show. Let's see here. How are you with a bit of a large field? Like
Large?
we're talking like a farm size. Are you capable of would that be interested in working a farm size field, or are you wanting something more personal? You wanting the garden, so the job I was speaking of was talking about a farm. So
Farm would be quite the learning experience. I've only really worked with like small garden patches near my cabin.
well, you are knowledgeable then on the Witchwood.
Yes.
Well, that will certainly make this easier. The farm's out in the Witchwood, so.
Okay. And what kind of plants will I be gardening?
Oh, well, let me just grab the name of this plant. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Boop-a-doop-boop-boop-boo. Well, we mostly harvest an herb known as, well, colloquially as the devil's weed, but fortunately, it is not, in fact, devilish. You can give me a herbalism check with intelligence.
I am not proficient in that, but...
You can give me a nature check, then.
One moment. Nature... 7.
7. You've never heard of it.
I
Though,
love it.
though you might have... would you say that Tim is a toker? A midnight smoker?
Does this man smoke the booth?
Does he smoke the booth?
Does he imbibe?
Is he a fan of the pipeweed?
Is he
You know
one
what?
of my
Sure,
type?
Yes.
Okay, you probably never heard of this classification of the name, but as he continues to explain what it is, you start to understand. Oh, you know of it. It's pipeweed. Yeah, you've had it before.
Yeah. I somewhat familiar with what you're talking about.
Right. Well, we have a local farm out in the Witchwood, just not too far from here.
Which wood? I'm just kidding.
Right. Well, no, surprisingly, I've never heard that one. I've never heard that one before. Anyways, we could use some extra hands on the farm, and since you're wanting to garden, well, you seem to have a green thumb with that tree back there. Well, unfortunately, some of our farmers are not the best at it, and well, it would help you out, calm your nerves, and well, we'd be sure to provide you some of your own pipeweed to take home with.
Ah, that would be much appreciated.
And in that case, he will kind of scrawl on a napkin that he has here, a small little map that leads to the farm, and I'm going to go to the Witchwood map and mark that on your map.
Why, thank you.
Actually, do you own a map of the Witchwood?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I will mark it on the over map then. Let's see here, copy, so I can put it on the actual map. Copy. And going to the Elsvale. Alright. Alright, on the Elzer Vale map, there is now a Scarny Devilweed Farm icon. That is the location of the farm that he has shown you.
Let's see. Yes, I see it.
Yep. It's pretty close to town.
Alright, well, thank you, Jarail. I think I'll head over there now.
Right, one last thing before you head out. I know you're friends with, or at least, you helped out at the Goblin Raid, but I'm sure you're well aware that some of the townsfolk, they're not the most kind to pipeweed. So best keep it to those you trust, that you're working at the farm.
Oh, I didn't realize it was such a controversial issue.
Certainly controversial, strangely enough. I mean, it's just a plant, you know. I mean, alcohol is legal here, but sometimes people get a little huffy when it comes to pipeweed, so...
SMH people.
But yes, best keep it away from Captain Serrano or definitely not Sheriff, the Sheriff. He would likely...
We're not doing anything wrong, are we?
No, nothing wrong.
Okay.
No.
This is a negative passive insight.
This is me.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, no, some people don't quite, get the benefits of pipeweed. So, yeah.
Well, I best get going.
Right. Well, good luck with the farm, and hope your green thumb can, well, help soothe things up that way. Hope it can also soothe your nerves.
Oh yeah, gardening always calms my nerves.
Oh, and when you do get there, make sure to let old Sandra know that Jubral Vishki sent you.
Her name is Sandra.
Right? That's the one?
Okay. I'll head out.
Alright.
Nice seeing you again, Jabrail.
Right. And back at you.
Alright, I'm
Looks
gonna
like we
head
have-
out and head to the farm.
another Midwestern accent in the group.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to this. This is gonna be great.
All right. As you head on out and make these guys not visible as you head out of that way, we're gonna go down the list again. Just going back to make the roof on this building visible, so you guys don't see the interiors anymore. So now that's gone. Who would else like to do something?
I would. You can go first.
Good.
I would like to investigate. Do my job a little bit. Figure out, and I think I have lore in this subject. Where these goblins would have come from.
All right. Well, for you, since you do have lore and goblins, you can give me a actually post me your lore real quick so I make sure it's appropriate for this particular knowledge.
Yeah. Oh, there we are.
I just remember to put all of your lores on my own character sheet thing for you in my DM notes. I'm a banana. That works. That works. You roll me a history check as well as nature.
History and nature?
Mhm.
For certain. Where is my token? I need to click on them. There they are. Wait, no, wrong one. Skill check. History. That's not great. Skill check. Nature. That's alright.
All right. With those, you know, there's a couple of goblin tribes within the Witchwood. You don't quite remember their names or where they're located, but you do believe there's about 5 specifically in the Witchwood. Many of which tend to, raid the roads or sometimes even raid the local lumber yards, which causes, your brother or you and your brother head out into the Witchwood to, deal with those raids. But you've never really been able to find where they're located in the Witchwood. That said, you do know, being part of the Guard, one of the unofficial members of the Guard, one Shalelu Andasana, they are a local elven ranger who, while they're not a...
Can you post how to spell that?
Yeah, let me grab that. While Shalelu is not a citizen of the town, they do often visit, generally about once a month. They are a local goblin expert of the region, having tracked them and worked to help keep an eye on these different tribes and their attacks in the area. It's likely that they know the general vicinity of where these tribes would be found. That said, since they tend to show up in town about once a month, you would know that the last time they arrived in town was about 2 weeks ago, so they're not due for another 2 weeks. But with that all, you would guesstimate, judging from the 15 nature check, that the goblins that you fought were all from one particular tribe. With the history check being a failure, you don't actually know what the tribe was called, but you do know it's from one tribe specifically. You can also...
I used my inspiration on this.
It's up to you if you'd like to change that.
What can I also do?
But you can also, depending on what Dravgi will be doing, well, before we get to that also part, I want to see what Dravgi is doing, but carry on with your bit.
Well, knowing all of this, Yorville probably goes straight to Dravgi to talk about it. I feel like the dynamic is Yorville thinks a lot and doesn't always make sense, and Dravgi is just like points out obvious things.
Easy clap. All right. What is Dravgi
is
doing?
your rubber duck.
Dravgi after the whole fight and such. So like, basically in like next day / morning or
Yeah, this is the next day. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then yeah. So, Dravgi's probably. Let's just say Dravgi's probably still at home, getting breakfast with family and such, all settled. Probably near-ish to when he's probably about to suit up and go do exactly what his brother is doing.
Excellent.
Minnie would probably end up wanting to go help at the fish market with that guy who asked for help.
All right. All right. And we're gonna send you down there. We're gonna send you over here. We'll be sending you with them for a little bit. What's
Whee!
Flink doing?
Clink is probably working various little hospital stalls, helping people who got injured during the battle.
All right. It's definitely slowing down. Most of the wounds were handled during the night of. At this point, it's mostly just cleaning bandages and the like. Not really too much to do in that regard. But, all right. As you are doing all that, as Yorvi is making their way down towards the Vulgrund residence for Dravgi, and, you know, this sign of share knowledge, you would pass by, you know, fortunately for Dravgi, who is a guard, the guard's garrison. And as you're passing by, one of the local guardsmen pop the wall would call down to you. Aye, Yarvi! You would turn and you would see that it is a young man, barely old enough to join the guard, seems to be part of the militia, who's just, it's his time to, you know, keep watch, apparently. Goes by the name of Tom.
Tom, what are you doing?
Well, I was told to keep watch out for you. Captain wants to see you, and Dravgi too.
And Dravgi too? I'm getting Dravgi right now.
Well, good to know. Send him out to the captain's office. Yep.
Yeah, I'll get him.
Right.
Go the 60 feet, which
Yep.
is a comedically short distance for this. Up to the house. Knock, knock, knock.
Dravgi sort of cracks it open. He was like just about to walk out the door, it looked. Aye, brother, how's it going? Good morning.
Morning. First, the captain wants to see us. Two, I went and I did some investigating about the goblin tribes. Need to wait a little bit for Shalelu Andozana, you know her,
Aye.
to come back through so that I can figure out more, because who knows anything about the goblins in the Witchwood? Tim might know, actually. I should ask Tim.
Yeah, I just saw through those walls.
Don't worry about it.
Brother, did you sleep all right last night?
I'm, to be completely honest, wait a second. Not entirely. After that, what happened last night, I know they always tend to get through, but even what did, could have done more. Aye.
Always, but you did what you could.
Either way,
Either way, we should get to the captain's office.
should should do. Don't really want to leave them wait.
No.
All right.
Goodbye. Have a good day. He was like,
Hello, family. Goodbye, family.
All
go
right.
back inside.
As you say your farewells to your family, they, would call back after you, wishing you luck on the, day's work and on the investigation for Dravgi, for Yorville. Mori would also call for Gunnar, hoping that, they can catch a nice gold-filled mouse for them. They need to get, their spirits up.
Yeah, Gunnar, I feel like especially if Yorville is in the compound, Gunnar probably hangs out at home
All right.
or in Thravgi's house.
Gotcha. All right. Well, where do you want your house to be?
Mine?
Yeah.
The mandarin's corner.
Yes, that one.
Just immediately across the corner. Yeah, sure. Honestly, these look like
Just that
kind
pointed
of like
out?
an apartment setup right here, right?
Yeah,
Or is it just
essentially.
because of small map? All right. Yeah, we'll be in this apartment.
All right. Well,
So he went out, walked across. The dude jumped on him. I'm getting there. Steps
Well, no.
across the street.
Yorville was like out investigating before, so probably
Okay.
like was in the main area. Where's the library? Somewhere.
there is a library. Let's see here. I know there's a bookstore at the way north. I believe there's another one on the south end of town, though. Waterby Shack, Ravanki. That's definitely the way north up here. Yeah.
All right. Yorville definitely has a great relationship with the owners of the Way North because he needs to go in there and read a lot of books.
Mm-hmm. Very good, very good. All right. But as you make your way into the garrison, being greeted by Tom, and heading up the small stairs to the office of Captain Sorana Anita, you would find the doors closed, as is tradition. Go grab her notes. Here we go.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm...
Love it.
Yep. Come in. Alright.
Cracks open the door, shuffles in.
Alright, as you shuffle in, you would see the relatively tall, strong-boned woman of Captain Sorana Anita, middle-aged human, definitely dressed in finer garb, as well as seems she's in her plated mail armor, which that she doesn't often leave without wearing this armor, even on simple days where it's you're not really expecting much.
Going somewhere, Captain?
As a matter of fact, yes. Part of what I wanted to discuss with you two. Yorvi.
Thravgi, get in here.
hold on. I didn't realize the map was active and that we were fucking just like throws just like of like a piece of fucking paper at him. No.
Small little paper airplane. Denied. Anyways. Part of what I want to discuss with you two about, though, is... One, I'll be taking a trip with Mr. Hemlock out towards Brindle soon, looking to get some reinforcements. We're still setting up preparations for that. So, Dravgi will be setting you in charge of the guard of the garrison while we're away.
Aye.
And Yorvi,
Yeah.
I'm setting you in charge of the investigation on what transpired with the Goblin Raid. Why were they here?
Alrighty,
How did
yeah,
they get in? I figured as such, but officially, You're now on the case.
All right, here's what I have so far. I don't know which of the 5 tribes in the Witchwood it is, but I know 2 people who might know. But it was all for sure from the same tribe.
All right.
Shalelu and Osana will be through in about 2 weeks. Also, Tim, who was helping yesterday, is a local of the Witchwood, so I'm going to ask him when I get the chance.
You definitely want to ask him. Yes.
Could I roll to give my 2 cents as goblin hierarchy enough to like sort of tell, like, is it distinctive between the tribes?
I'm looking through your notes real quick. Yeah, you can roll for lore, intelligence lore.
Okay. Oh boy! 8 lore!
Lore is for the most part always going to be intelligence. If I'm like, roll me a history check, and you're like, does my lore apply? The lore, having lore will reduce the DC.
Okay.
So if you have proficiency in history or nature, which you're going to want both, you could roll those, and the DC would be lower than it would be for Yorville, because they didn't actually have the lore appropriate.
I have history, I do not have nature.
I see. Well, you can roll the history, and maybe together you guys can get something.
Ability check, history. No, wait, that was no skill check. That's the one. History, normal.
Bummer.
Unfortunate. All right.
I
Well,
couldn't tell you either.
you know they have some really weird names like Bird Snatcher, Bird Muncher, Bird Cruncher. Maybe is one of them. You're not quite sure exactly what.
I do
There's
know one of them hates birds.
yeah. There's another one that they named themselves off for a local ruin. Maybe the local librarian could tell you the nearby ruins of the Witchwood, and you can narrow it down that way. You know, another lives in a swamp. So that is likely going to be based off of the... grabbing the name for you, because this is something you would just know. Here we go. Goblin tribes. From the Brine Stump. It's likely named after the Brine Stump. As that's the nearby swamp that it's said to have goblins inhabiting.
It's the Brine Stump.
The Brine Stump. Like so.
Brine Stump. Okay.
Yeah. There's another tribe. Judging from Gorvi's record and some of the other people in town whispering about the nearby junkyard at the edge of a cliff on the west side of the river's bank. Local goblins tend to raid that place often, and they all seem to be from the same tribe. You're not quite sure what their name is, though. And finally, there's another tribe that lives further east, kind of in the center of the Witchwood. That part of the Witchwood is known as Mosswood. It's possible that they're named Mosswood, but you're not sure if that's actually their name. And you're not able to really narrow down exactly where with the 10, but you do know that information. With the 10 as well, I cannot provide you anything else. No.
What was the last one you said? The last tribe?
Mosswood.
Mosswood.
Mosswood. Yep. Like,
All right.
mossy wood.
Yeah. Got it.
One second. I need to go and look something at real quick. Beyond all that, Mr. Vosk up at the boneyard outside the new cathedral. They've been complaining about something up, like tracks, booted tracks, broken fence. Check that out. Maybe it's coincides with the goblin raid. Maybe it's something else. Best to look into it, though. Could just be some teenagers playing pranks on him. You know how they are.
I'll look into it.
And let's see, is there anything else that she would bring up? And lastly, be sure to send some over by to the Fat Man's feed bag. It's it's that time of year again, so it's likely that it's going to be quite a rambunctious lot tonight. Sure, there's going to be some form of fighting ring set there, and, well, best stop before it gets too rowdy.
I'll still never get why you'd want to just fight each other when you could instead maybe fight the things threatening your town, perhaps?
They don't have personal beef with the things outside of the town.
Just do as everyone else does, and sort of, what's the term? Not introspect, sort of personify the thing onto whatever you're hitting.
Project?
Either which way.
Project!
She would kind of rise from her desk and step forward, pulling open a drawer, grabbing a small object from it, and hold out her palm to your hand, Drovki. And as you accept the item she drops into your hand, you would notice that it is a small sheriff's badge. Though it doesn't say sheriff, it says deputy. So others know that you're in charge.
Elbows him. Congratulations, deputy.
Thank you, Captain! He's just gonna just, like, elbow back. I'm so tempted to roll, like, an unarmed.
Oh yeah, no. This is an 8 strength versus a lot bigger than that number strength. I probably get shoved.
I'm pretty sure that, fucking 60. Poof. Meanwhile, the int is also the exact opposite way, though.
True.
Yeah, your int is 9, right?
8.
Ah, over double.
Oh!
Look at that. Well, I'll leave you to it then.
Aye.
She'll return to her desk as you see her setting up some more reports and writing things. Alright.
Out the door.
Out.
Alright. And there's that is.
So, okay. Oh joy. So... Frankly, I'm not sure how we haven't really tried to do this sooner than we have, considering the goblins show up, give or take a month or so in between.
Yeah.
But so, I still wish there was a way we could just reason with the little bastards. But
They're pretty fucking psychotic.
they are. I can see the enjoyment in watching one blow up on a firework, but I don't know. It's more sad and disturbing to me.
They're a threat. And probably we can't just leave them alone. What are you up to?
I was about to ask you the same thing. I was either going to, I suppose, inform the rest of the garrison, sort of see what I'm working with here for the time being while the captain's away. But it's also very well likely I could follow along you into whatever you're about to go get yourself into.
I'm about to go track down Tim. Come with if you want.
I think I will. I don't think the garrison needs me at this very instant.
Oh, one second, I have a question. Actually, I think you should have this question. Does she want the rest of the men to know that her and the sheriff are gone?
Tip tap, tip tap, tip tap.
Yes.
You just heard like a creaks open the door. Quick question.
Yes.
Should the rest of the garrison know that you and the sheriff are gone and away for a time? Is that hush hush? I suppose I did sort of get ahead of myself there. What exactly are you needing me to do, other than, I suppose, keep things on the up and up?
Keep things on the up and up. Give the morning briefing. Make sure everyone knows their duties. And other than that, really just keep the peace. As for whether they should know that we're leaving or not, I'll be giving that over during either tomorrow or the next day's briefing, depending on when we can actually get out of here. Bureaucracy up in Brindle, of course, just slowing things down.
Aye, thank you very much. And don't forget, at least try to have a little bit of fun while you're out of town. He would just give the biggest fucking smile with his fucking stash and close it behind. At least try to have a little bit of fun.
Alright.
Alright, yeah, no, we don't have to worry about that right now. It's pretty... I'm decent used to this already, just sort of giving the usual what you should be doing, don't start fights. It's...
Aye. Well, I guess we should go track down Dim. I sure hope he isn't up to anything illegal right now.
I mean... He just gardens.
No
right?
way!
I mean, he just gardens and, I guess, feeds lizards. I didn't know that acorns could be fed to lizards.
It looked like a currency to them, quite frankly.
Is there like a small sort of society all around us at all times?
Is there a critter mafia?
In the tree? Is there a critter? Oh,
Oh no.
I'm not going to be sleeping well for different reasons.
Meanwhile, Tim, you're going to go and farm, yeah?
Yes, I am.
Alright. So, as you make your way down the road, roll me a survival or nature check.
I am definitely gonna do survival. I would have advantage because I'm in the woods.
It's true.
14.
Alright. Following the small little map he provided you, you nearly miss the turn, as it's fairly well obscured. But as you cross the ferry, which, as many know within town, the first two crossings are free. Anything beyond that does cost some money to cross from one bank of the river to the other bank. But cross through, following the main road out towards the Witchwood, and as you get a bit deeper in, you start taking a bit of a game trail, and you notice that the game trail, there's a small curve off from the game trail, leading a bit southwestwards. Moving along the path there, barely noticing it, you continue your way for not too long. It's a bit of a trek for...
Man, this farm is really out of the way. I wonder why.
It's a bit of a trek, but it's not too much of a trek for one of your particularly skills as a ranger of these woods. And as you begin to push forward, you would open up into a large clearing, a grove. And oh boy, does this grove have a farm. You would see that there are certainly acres and acres of this devil's weed.
Oh.
And there is a small farmhouse at the edge of this farm. What you do know, though, is that there are some individuals who are standing watch, and they are not dressed as just farmers. They seem to have, they seem to be wearing armor, and they have bows in hand. Probably just, to make sure no goblins attack them. It's fine. Roll me insight check.
One moment. Need to go back to where I have the token. That's taking a while. I'll just look at my sheet. Insight is +3. Ah, I'm back. Does the forest help me out or not?
You're in a forest, yeah.
Okay. 21.
21. Oh, damn. Alright. With a 21, looking over these particular individuals, you don't think they're here just because of the recent goblin attack. You think they're here to guard the crop. They definitely look like some of those figures that you saw passed out within the Fat Man's feedback, some of those who are more unscrupulous. Maybe it's just word of mouth, though, that they're unscrupulous. Maybe they're nice guys, you don't really know. But just from their looks, they definitely seem to be a little shady.
Oh, howdy, friends, I say, walking up to them.
Alright, one of them would quirk an eyebrow, little tense on the bow, but they don't pull back or anything like that. Yeah.
Oh,
Greetings, friend.
Jabriel sent me. I have a note to Sandra.
Oh, great. We've been meeting some more farmers on the field. Farmhouse.
A little map and everything.
Well, it's mighty kind of him. Farmhouse just out the way. It's got all the tools you'll need, and breaks at high noon. And if you need anything else, just let us know. Yeah.
Sure. If you don't mind me asking, what's with all the security?
Oh, it's bunch of attacks from the goblins got us on edge, and well, not to mention, you haven't heard the name of the forest. It's the Witchwood. It sends some of the farmers a little, on edge. So here we are. Make sure there's no witches here. In sight.
Insight. 22.
It's more than just that. It's definitely more than just that.
Okay.
Okay.
I eye him suspiciously. But then I head over to the farmhouse to look at the tools and everything. I say hi to some of the plants as I walk through.
Plants, they seem to give feelings of greetings, but also some seemed a little droopy, as if some of the farmers here aren't the best caretakers. They feel a little sad.
Oh, well, that's just not right. I'll have to fix that.
But overall,
Poor Tim.
you do make your way to the farmhouse, and inside you would see that there is a small little side room that has a desk there, and there is a larger half-orc woman dressed in similar garb to the others, where it's definitely armor, definitely seems to have some blades at their hips. Their boots are on the desk, kind of cross-legged. They kind of look up as you open the door. Hey, what you been doing?
Hi, are you Sandra?
Aye, that be I.
Oh, Jabriel sent me for gardening.
I see. Well, carry on then.
You gotta train your farmers better. I was talking to some of the plants earlier. Lovely, by the way. A few of them, I feel like they're not being cared for properly.
Oh, yes. Well, some of the plants be, they be a little droopy, of course. New farmers, they're still learning the trade. If you can speak to them, maybe perhaps you can help the farmers out. Not make them so sad.
Oh, sure, I'd love to.
It'd certainly be appreciated to take a load off our backs, so to speak.
Alrighty. I'm gonna, I guess, get gardening and talk to the farmers.
All right. Very good. As you begin your gardening expedition, we go to the fishy house. All right. The Voldemar Fish Market. our companion Minnie, you find yourself here. Let me go grab the interiors so you can look at the interiors as you enter.
Where am I?
I'll be putting in just a second. Copy. Right about there should be lined up to it. Yep. Visible players, and then make the roof not visible. Alright. There you are. I'm gonna make these guys visible and put them where they would be. See here. You would not be here. Who else would not be here? Not be here. And alright. You. Okay, there we go. So, you are good to go. Map is active.
She would come over and kind of give like a before she kind of like goes in, even though it's a normal establishment. She just kind of pushes the door open first and like ducks really low and kind of ducks into the side so that her horns don't bonk into anything. She kind of sets that aside. She stands up and she's like, "Hi there. I was talking to let me find his name. I wrote it down. It was." I was talking to a guy named Arnold earlier about needing some help at the fish market.
Did you now? Well, we don't really be needing any help out this way. I think we all have it handled here, just of course, yeah.
You know from what Arnold told you that, you know, his father's a prideful man. He wouldn't really willingly accept help. For you, it'd probably be best to convince him in a way that could work. So how you would convince him, that's up to you. Or you can see if you can't talk to one of the sons and get that way.
Oh, that's just fine. Do you know where Arnold was? Maybe I could talk to him about what was going on.
Well, Arnold will be up at the academy, giving a lesson to some of the young'uns. The offer certainly appreciated, though. No issue there. No, I think we have it well handled here. Yeah.
Well, really, I'm looking for something to do as far as my what we call community service kind of thing. Here in my clergy, we like to try and to kind of earn a bit of our respect through our patrons, if you will. Would you mind if I helped you out through that way?
Roll me a persuasion.
second.
Oh, damn.
Ah, well. I don't know. I mean, the clergy, you say?
That wouldn't be too much trouble, of course.
No, I think that'd be fine. You know, a good deed, you know.
Come on, Pa. Not like we don't need the help.
Yeah, that's perfect. We'd appreciate the help.
Kind of sits up a little bit, looking a little bit more excited, like she, you know. Well, I certainly appreciate that. Where was it that you said she turns to the son that was looking in the door? And she's like, where do you think it is that I could help you best?
Well, currently getting a new shipment of fish out from out west. So a lot of these fish are quite large. You know how some of them might be. Do you help hauling in the new crates?
Well, I'm real good at picking up heavy loads. And she just kind of gives a joking, like, shrug of her shoulders because she's big and strong.
You certainly are that. Right. Well, come on out back. We can show the ropes. Alright. And as you make your way out back, you would see that the back room is just filled with crates, and you can see the area itself is somewhat chilled. It's definitely colder than the rest of the shop, as if this particular portion of the shop is under some form of chilling effect to keep it cool enough to store these fish properly. But as you head out there, you would see that there are 2 of the 5 brothers who are currently working. One, Matthias, and the other, Joshua. Matthias is the one you were just speaking to. Joshua would give a friendly nod and a little wave as he see him kind of organizing some of the barrels to the side here, pushing them to the corner, making sure that they're all properly set. Hey, how you been?
How are you?
Yeah, all right. Just getting things set up. Ready for a break myself, but get that through when come lunchtime, I say. Hey, but I can come by.
Well, hopefully they can help this come by a little sooner. Give you a little hand to help the work go by faster.
I certainly appreciate it. Hey, name's Josh, by the way. He'll offer his hand.
And she shakes it, being like, her handshake, like, very trying to be dainty almost, but it's not because she has very big hands.
Mm-hmm. And quite strong.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to it then. Right. Out back here is where the new load is. So if you want to come out this way, it'll lead you out the back door. You'll see there's a few carts out here with a bunch of crates on top of them. So we just need to bring these inside and place them in the appropriate locations. So any of the larger ocean-dwelling fish on the left-hand side, any of the river catches or lake catches on the east-hand side. We don't get a lot of ocean fish, so they're a bit more of a specialty. But fortunately, from the looks of it, we did in fact get some new catches. Oh, and that crate there, he points at a crate that seems to have holes drilled into the wood. That's there another hagfish. Yeah, seems well. The old man's lost another fish out of the hagfish. So.
Hagfish?
It's a slimy fish native to some of the lakes around here. Somewhat rare, but well, supposedly the slime is, if it's distilled in alcohol, can get you seriously fucked up. And I mean, like, white girl wasted. Now, the old man at the Hagfish, he actually has a bit of a wager placed in. Whoever can hold their own on the Hagfish's liqueur, they get the pot. A bag hangs up over the aquarium there. So with this new delivery, it's likely that old let me actually grip the name of the fish because I do not remember the top of my head. Control F for Hagfish and copy there. Fish's name. It seems that with this delivery here, old Nora's likely kicked the bucket. Hagfish don't live long, you see, so. But no matter. So we just need to bring these inside and deliver their aquarium to old Quinn.
All right. Where exactly is this competition taking place? She's looking real excited.
Oh, it's up at the Hagfish Tavern across the river. Jarky Quinn runs it. You know the place? And I'm gonna zoom out and Control F and E. This is the Hagfish Tavern.
All right.
And zoom back.
Is there
in.
anything that I know about that tavern or that's like makes it special or anything?
So you can actually click on the building. It'll tell you about it. Yeah.
You're cool.
Yeah. You got a lot of information there to learn about. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yes. Yeah, give me an athletics check as you go about your day helping out the Sturgis brothers and Old Man Sturgis.
Athletics, you said?
Athletics, yeah.
Ooh.
All right. Apparently.
I'm gonna use my.
All right. Right. Recap inspiration. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very
No. No, thank you.
All right. The nerves were getting to you a little bit, but you shake them off after the first crate. Little too excited about whatever might be exciting you about the business here, or perhaps it is the thought of maybe going to gamble up at that Hagfish Tavern. You do know that the Hagfish is also home to many different games of chance. It's a popular place to play cards. It is also a popular place to play a game known as Yarning, which is a local game where tall tales are spun by individuals, and whoever can continue the subject for the longest without missing a beat, really, gets the pot. Specifically, I will copy the section on Yarning here. I'll post it into the Discord.
Right.
That is the notes on Yarning. All right. But overall, your work within the Fishtown market goes by relatively smooth. You help out quite adeptly, even. Your greater strength and your physique as a Minotaur is definitely helps to push you guys finishing work early, and there's a break to be had. But as you're doing your business, we go to the healing tents. Now with Clink. So you are, exhausted still. I mean, you're at 3 exhaustion at this point in time. Helping out, you're not getting a lot done really, and you can give me a medicine check with a disadvantage.
Apparently, just none of us are good at our jobs.
In my defense, I have disadvantage.
They do have
Yeah.
3 exhaustion
Sure.
levels.
True.
All right.
He ain't,
Let's
he
see
ain't
here.
doing much, but he's moving until he's told to sit down.
So as you're helping out, there's just cleaning wounds, doing all that. Eventually, as you pick someone up, finally tying the bandage to their arm, Hannah would come by, one of the local healers in town.
Hey, hey, dear, I don't mean to pry a little bit, but, did you get some good rest last night? You're looking... Well, I don't mean to be blunt, but rather worse for wear. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure you just tied that bandage on backwards.
Clink will look down at the bandage. Did you try looking from this angle? And Clink will turn his head upside down, looking at it. I think it looks fine.
I think it might be best for you to get a bit of rest there, Clink.
Yeah.
Doing good. You working yourself a little too much, I'd say.
But people still need help.
Well, as you can
Clink's feet
see,
still move.
people are trickling in at this point. You've helped most everyone in town at this point. The scrapes and bruises they've had. Now it's just dressing the wounds, and I'll be honest, myself and Father Xantus and Father Durney, we can handle that. You really should get some sleep. Or maybe, take it easy, spend some time at the tavern, maybe, speak with your friends, maybe,
Is this doctor's orders? Clink looks scared up at her. Big old pouty eyes.
I think it is best if it is doctor's orders, yes. For your own physical health, it's best you get some rest. Take it easy today, and the next couple days even. We got it from here.
Clink droop their head as they walk out. Oh, okay, Dr. Hannah. They go heading for the tavern.
All right. As you leave,
You did good, just... You need to know when to... take it easy. Don't overdo it. You can't help people if you're not capable, if you're too tired to help.
Clink understands.
all right. Make your way to the tavern. Which tavern do you head to?
How many taverns are in town?
Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 taverns. So
That's a lot of taverns.
yeah,
You
some of them
can go
range.
to the Hagfish Tavern, and then eventually Minnie will be there too.
So there's the White Deer here. Let me just zoom out for you. There's the White Deer here. There is the Cracked Tooth's Tavern here. There is the Rusty Dragon Inn over here. There's the Hagfish across the way. And then there's the Fat Man Speedbag.
Okay. For story's sake, I think I'm gonna go to the Hagfish.
All right.
Everyone's going to the hat, bitch.
I'll plop you over there. While that is going on, let's see here. Tim, Minnie, Clink, Brothers again. Okay, return to the Dwarven Brothers.
Plug my headset. Hold on. Something happened. There we go. Wait.
I have 50 sons. I thought I was muted.
All right.
All right. So I mean, would Yorville, I guess, just know where Tim usually hangs out?
Yorville knows that Tim tends to, for the most part, well, Tim lives outside of the town. They have a cabin in the woods. It's likely they would know where that is located, unless Tim is a nomadic cabin in the woods where they move, like their tent location often.
Baba Yaga.
But in terms of where they hang out in town,
Fucking cabin just stands
where
up
would
and
you
walks.
say Tim hangs out in town, Max?
That is a very good question. Probably. I noticed there are quite a few places that have like a number of trees.
Mm-hmm.
So probably in those areas. Maybe going through the market every once in a while to sell like deer pelts and things like that.
All right. So it's likely Tim hangs out around the larger parks within town, possibly up near the Kaijutsu Mano, as that is a large, relatively large forest up that way. It's likely they also spend some time within the Old Ones, the local Druidic Grove, as that is a deep place tied to nature and lots of trees there. In addition to the Green, which is the local market square, they would spend time likely dropping by the Fairtown Meat Market to sell the meats they have acquired. So, yeah, a couple places. There's also the tannery, Ravonki Tannery, at the edge of town on the Eastern River nearby the Glassworks. So those places you would generally know they'd be found. Also, look at the stream overlay. You guys have your kills and your saves listed.
I should probably actually open up the stream.
Yeah.
Well, where do you want to start, brother? You're muted. You're just standing there like a dead fish. Or some guy at the Hagfish. I know that I'm supposed to be the riveting conversationalist here.
Sorry, I'm having issues with my food delivery.
Oh,
Oh no.
Sorry.
I hold every right to make fun though. So
Fair. All right. Sorry. What's happening?
well, we want to go find Tim because he probably knows a little bit more about the local goblin tribes.
Aye.
Do. We know sort of ish where he can be found. The parks of the tannery or the meat stall. Where do you want to start looking? You know this a little better than I.
We should probably find the last time anyone in town saw him. It's a good place to start. He's a distinctive looking fellow. I'm sure it's not too hard to find.
There aren't too many furbolgs here, but they're wonderful.
They're great. Easy to track through town, too.
I suppose. So, all the time. Yeah, sure. It's gonna be low all the time, but the saves one should skyrocket.
It's
and
true.
It'll be an absolute event when the fucking kill counter goes up. Yo, Clink did it!
It's true. If Clink ever gets a kill.
They're just having a small panic attack as they took a life.
Oh no. Poor little lizard boy.
I do.
Anyways, if you guys
I
wanted to ask
suppose-
about town, you can roll me some gossip.
Oh shit, I forgot. More than always whispering me things to do. Gossip. At least it's a flat
15.
roll. I also it's just for some reason immediately forget. I can just click on myself.
It's true. Yeah, fancy macros.
Yeah, gossip.
All right.
Gossiping is rude.
So, the two of you begin to move about town, starting to ask some of the local townsfolk who are, going about their business. Eventually, they tell you that they saw Tim take the ferry to the west side of the river. Maybe they, started heading out to the forest. Maybe some more over there would know more. But that's when you guys were asking around in the market. As you guys make your way across the river, unless you want to do something else on this side before you head over there.
Don't think so.
All right. You guys cross on over the ferry. It takes you some time to cross. It's about 6 minutes to cross from one side of the river to the other side. It's a slow ferry. But eventually you guys make your way over here, and you know that he went to this side of the river. Would you like to continue asking around where he might have went, or would you like to go somewhere specific, or would you like to do something else?
Sorry, my attention split. I'm still on this food thing.
All right. Well, we know he came this way at the very least. He's on this end of the river, unless he's come back home or something. We could head over to the old ones. Maybe see if
Avathel.
Thank you. Is there, and if he maybe saw him, I wouldn't think he'd walk into the hagfish, but maybe somebody in the hagfish walks. Sorry, the fat man's feed bag. I always think it's going to be the hagfish because it's right on the water. I don't know.
That is
Feed
confusing.
bag.
I agree.
I was a little confused when we first came here. But, maybe somebody saw him pass, or it's on the way.
You guys would like to head down to the Druidic Circle?
Yes.
All right.
So
And on the way, at least Dravki will stop in and ask if anyone has seen Tim.
In the Fat Man's feedback?
Yep.
Right. As you stop to the Fat Man's feedback, gonna make the roof not visible. You guys are free to move your tokens. Alright. Inside, you would see that the place is still fairly empty. There's some people drunk, passed out in the bar. Some are day drinking at this point in time. There's three notable figures inside. Jubralovishki, one that you would know is, as a guard point of view, let me just go and grab you that information. You know that Jubral is a local businessman in town, though he's never done anything illegal. Many amongst the guards swear by it that he is certainly amongst the Skarni, a local criminal gang. But you've never been able to get anything on him, and nothing to, no real evidence. And you also know that the Fat Man's Feedbag is a local Skarni hangout.
yeah, we are not the favorite thing to be seen in this bar.
It's true.
Yeah.
You know that Gressel Tenewar, let me go and grab that information for you guys, so I can tell you about him.
Even as dense as Dravki might be, even he knows that.
Yeah, Gressel, he
There are no
is
dragons in his shit.
the owner of the feedback. He is, seems of it, from, the stories that he tells, a war veteran, back during the last time goblins properly raided and there was a proper invasion. He's quite old himself. Even lost a leg during the war, which he now has peg leg about. But he's since retired in town and built up the feedback. You don't believe that he's part of the Skarni, but he certainly houses them. He doesn't mind, the clientele. He enjoys the bustle, the lively activity within his tavern. As for Raishi, let me go and get them. You know about Rishi. You know that they are certainly someone that you've had in the lockup often. Whether from just being drunken and disorderly, or from starting bar fights, or from being a public menace, or from even a few pickpockets they've done. You know that they are part of the Scarny, but they've never done anything big, nothing major to get them like locked away for years. Just, you know, like minor incidents for like a month at best. They're also said to be the town's local heavyweight drinker. Many, during festivities, challenge him to drinking contests. Or more specifically, he challenges them, and most people tend to say no. We don't want to wake up vomiting and having a hangover 3 freaking days straight.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So, those are the 3 key figures that you would see in this tavern.
Droppy would sort of just like walk up to good old. Walk up to the bar and sort of address a good old Gressel. Aye, morning to you.
Hi, officers. What can I help you with?
We're not here to stop any fun or anything. Not today, not today. Have you happened... I don't think this is very likely, considering who it is. Have you seen Tim?
1 second, I need to roll 2 things.
We're trying to get him to help out with, figuring out
Can I
about the
do an
goblins.
insight, can I do an insight check when we mention Tim?
You
see if
can. You can also roll me perception.
Also can roll perception. Fantastic. Which is better?
I need
think
both.
that they are the same.
You need to go. I will also roll insight as well.
Yeah, you can only give me an insight. You can't give me perception.
That's fine. I'm proficient in insight.
Do I get anything added to this check?
No.
Okay. 19. All right. Solid.
22.
Let's see here. Looking at my notes for him. 1 second.
That's a 2.
He's a master of character. Except there are still no dragons in his shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I did see Tim come in by not too long ago. A couple hours ago, I'd say. Yeah, had a drink, left.
You would know Yorvi and Dravgi. Definitely did that. But Grassel's definitely holding something back.
Do you happen to know where he was going? We're trying to figure out a way so that... We're trying to figure out which of the sort of goblin tribes were actually here, so we're trying to ask him since he lives out there a bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, I would rather not have my family in danger of goblins all the time.
Roll a persuasion.
You know what, I'm not even going to check if I'm good at that. We'll find out in about 3 seconds. The answer is I'm probably neutral. That checks out.
Well, I did see which way he left. Looked like he went deeper into the Witchwood.
Oh.
Can't say where he went exactly, but he, came in, got a glass of water, and left. So,
And he didn't meet with anyone, or?
well, it was friendly chit chat a little bit, but nothing. I'm over at the bar, so I didn't hear much.
You can roll me another insight if you want.
It's like, okay. Time for us to just be roll me? Okay, yeah, no, checks out.
Checks out so far.
Double up again?
Another insight. Just one. Just the insight. All right. Yeah.
Goddamn.
Seems to be a straight face there. Just telling the truth.
We're amazing guards.
We're fantastic.
We are the Skyrimiest of guards you've ever once seen. Aye, well, thank you then.
Yep. Hopefully you can figure out what happened about all those goblins.
So, Tim is a much taller individual than most, and thus has bigger feet. And we have not invented modern concrete, I assume. So there is to be tracks. Could I see that? Can I confirm the fact that he was here and no one's covering or anything?
You can roll me a perception check. As for while you're doing that,
And if he ever comes on back, I'll be sure to let him know you're looking for him.
Aye, thank you.
with a 15, you would indeed see some very distinctively large feet, booted prints, leading into the building and then leading back out.
And no tracks were with his,
Just himself.
just himself. Okay.
Aye, well, I suppose we'll get out of your hair then, friend. Have a good
Yep, yep.
rest of your morning, and please, Reishi, lay off the drink, friend.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't had anything to drink.
Yeah.
No, nobody wants to see you in the drunk tank. Nobody, come on, friend. Pick up a hobby.
I have a hobby.
What's your hobby?
Drinking.
Drinking's not a hobby.
Says here.
Making drinks, a hobby. Mixing drinks,
Can't do both.
a hobby. Okay, you got me there.
Are you mixing the drinks though? It's not your bar.
No.
True?
I ain't mixing any drinks, but I've been making the drinks. And drinking the drinks.
Well, just don't be in public until you're sober again.
Public.
Don't start any fights.
I swear on my mother, officer, I won't start any fights.
Please and thank you. We have enough trouble as it is.
You don't need a roll. He is going to start a fight at some point. He's not drunk enough to start one now, but he's pretty drunk already.
You don't need to run. Please, for once, we have enough work on our hands. I don't need to be coming here to jump in between two of you, knock you on the head, and drag a man twice my physical size across a river.
He will do a salute as the drink mug still in hand sloshes kind of over his face.
Aye, officer. No fights tonight.
Well, that's as best as I'm getting. Thank you. No, have your fun though. Just don't please start fights.
All right.
He's going to start the fights like
Immediately. I assume he has started one already.
I'll check back in this evening.
Aye. Well, Tim was definitely in there. Big enough footprints for it.
Any chance of seeing him out here?
What a fantastic question.
So,
The tracks follow.
to follow the tracks, you'll need a survival check. You either can both roll, or one of you can roll with advantage.
Oh, okay.
Brother.
You're probably better at this.
It's wisdom.
It's wisdom, yeah.
Is your wisdom also 10?
Yes.
Actually, no, sorry.
Your wisdom's 13.
Mine is 13. You're
Yeah.
right. I'm slightly better. Yeah, okay. All right. So, do you want me to roll with
Yes, please.
dimension? Okay. Survival.
Now, before you roll,
Okay.
Tim, I have a very important question for you.
Yes.
You have favorite terrain forest. When you entered the Witchwood, did you choose to leave tracks or did you not leave tracks?
Did you have any reason to not leave tracks? I mean, you
They
weren't
might do
doing
it
anything
normally,
wrong.
so it's up to
The
them.
nice man in the tavern told me that we weren't doing anything wrong, so I would have no reason to cover
All
up my
right,
track.
very good. So did you. Carry on.
I would have needed no reason for not leaving tracks. You're a ranger. It's a whole ass forest full. It's called the
true.
Witchwood, for God's sake.
I wouldn't have needed a justification for it either. I'm just trying to justify why he shouldn't.
Okay. All right, so sick. So you're telling me there's a chance?
That's a stealth check.
That
Yeah,
is a
they only have a
stealth
plus
check.
1, so it's fine.
Okay,
Yeah, okay.
same thing. I hit the wrong S skill, but it's the same no matter what. We're good.
All right.
Luckily, it's not an actual stealth check. That's a disadvantage.
So, as you begin making your way up the path, following the tracks, you would see they do indeed lead out of town and deeper into the Witchwood. It's going to take you some time to follow the tracks, and while we do that, we are going to return to our friendly neighborhood, Clink and Minnie, who, after a hard day's or hard afternoon's work, 3 of you and Clink would make your way to the Hagfish. Around the same time, but Clink would be there first. So, I'm going to go to the interiors of the Hagfish, and then we'll do the Hagfish stuff. Copy, going to the map.
So,
Get it?
about time-wise, how far ahead is Dravki and Jorville compared to the rest of us?
For timeline-wise, they are... Let's see, they would have had breakfast, they would have gone in there, they would have started asking
Basically,
about
I'm
town.
wondering if we would have passed at the ferry as it was landing.
You would have, okay. In terms of timeline-wise, you guys would have... Clink, you would have passed by them, Minnie would not. So as they are following the tracks along the path, you would actually see them, as you're getting off the ferry here, you would see them making their way along the road. So it'd be like this for you.
Okay. Clink would then take up his steps to walk behind them for a bit, see how long it takes them for them to notice him.
Alright. Well, you do move faster than they do, so you can roll me a stealth check.
Yeah, Yorville's in a full detective mode. He's got out the magnifying glass. We're cooking on these footprints.
You have stealth at disadvantage?
Everything's at disadvantage because I have exhaustion.
Roll me perception, you two.
You're right.
So do we make perception checks against this?
Amazing.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I told you, I'm in full detective mode. All of my attention is on these footprints.
Alright. So as they're walking, following the tracks,
There might not be dragons in my shed, but there is
you
one
are
behind
these
me.
completely oblivious. They don't hear you, they don't see you, they are focused on whatever they're following on this here road. After a little bit of time, as you are pretty close to them now, Dravgi would eventually hear a small click upon the stone behind you, and kind of looking over your shoulder, you would see Clink is just behind you.
Good morning, Clink. How are you?
Think,
Clink
Oh.
is tired.
you look like it.
What are you doing out all the way out here?
Doctor's orders for Clink to get some rest.
Okay, so this goes directly into my previous statement. Why are you out here, friend?
Yeah, don't you live in my brother's shed?
Why would he live in my shed?
Clink lives in a shed, yes.
I think
Clink
I
lives in
would
Clink's
know.
shed.
I think I would know
Brother.
if he lived in my shed.
Oh, brother.
It is weird that Dravki keeps his tools in Clink's shed, but still.
Goes right over Dravi's head. Everyone's always just trying to tell Dravki. Clink lives in your shed, Dravgi. There's a little dragon in your shed, Drav.
Why is Volgrund Brothers over here?
Well, we're trying to find Tim, and these are his footprints. So we're following the footprints.
That kind of looks like dirt to me.
Hmm.
It's dirt.
You're exactly right. It is dirt.
But if you look here, he'll sort of kneel down, and amongst the various like horse tracks and other boot prints, he'll point out one of the abnormally large ones from Tim. You can see right here, there's a little bit of his boots. So we'll follow him this way.
But everyone wears shoes. Everyone except for Clink. I don't think Minnie wears shoes.
To be fair, I don't think. Scrolling back over, I don't think Aravel wears shoes. I think he's more of the sandal type, or the footwrap type. I've not talked with that man in quite some time.
Yeah.
All Clink is saying is that many shoes are big compared to our feet.
Yes.
This is
We are
true.
small.
Not
But
many
these ones
are big compared to Tim's feet.
So,
And
as you guys are
We
talking, you
continue
would
to
see
explain the concept.
on the road, three figures begin to approach. One is very evident by the fact that they are a minotaur.
Many. Do you wear shoes?
Minnie kind of lifts up her heel and shows that she has like little custom little horseshoe kind of things on the bottom of her feet. Define shoes.
See, even
Well-
that is bigger than Clink feet, I think.
exactly. Easier to track if they're bigger.
Minnie goes
Oh.
over and compares her shoe to Tim's big boot. Yeah, that's a pretty big boot.
Why are we looking for Tim?
Because
Oh, we're looking for Tim?
yeah, we're looking for Tim.
Something wrong with
need to
Tim?
Nothing wrong with Tim. I just need to ask him some questions about some goblins.
We're
Nothing crazy, right?
we're sort of looking into which tribe exactly was here last night. Wanting to try and actually stop them from at least coming into town. The road raids are one thing, but coming all the way into town is another.
Oh, I see. You're thinking that Tim
Uh,
knows what tribe it would have been then.
I make a check to see if I know what goblin tribe they're from.
Let me look at your shoops real quick. Let's see here.
The young,
Or,
just same time.
Yeah, yes, you can actually. You do have Goblin Tribes of the Witchwood as a lore.
How many of us took goblins as lore?
This
Hey,
is,
we've been dealing with them for a while.
These
Okay.
are your lores, by the way, Sky. The ones after the double dash, those are the ones I gave you specifically.
Okay.
Christ.
Obscure
So
healing.
that's a history or a
It
intelligence.
it would you can either roll your lore check would be intelligence with proficiency, or you can roll a history and nature with the DCs being lowered due to the fact you have lore.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna do the door check.
All right. Well,
Oh, that's a shame.
it is a shame. Unfortunately, you can't quite. No, you don't really know which one of the tribes would be accurate, and the knowledge that you have would be a little less than what the dwarf brothers would know in terms of what I've told them already about like the different names of the tribes and whatnot. So you might mix up the brine marsh with the sand marsh, just random names that are not exactly accurate, but it's around the right name.
The goblin markings were a bit too cut up for Clink to identify.
I couldn't quite grok it myself.
I'm pretty sure it's either between the one that hates birds or the one that hates dogs. Wait, they all hate dogs.
Yeah,
They do not like dogs.
I've never. No. The horses thing, I get. They're big, well, small. Yeah. The dogs? Really? They're so fluffy.
Personally,
two
don't
other
see how
people-
anyone can really hate dogs.
If you're heading out into the Witchwood looking for Tim, maybe he's at Jor's house.
What is that?
Oh, it's just along
Isn't
the
Jordan in
path.
town helping?
Jor was in town for the festivities. He would have left at the evening. Likely to go see if he could go hunt more goblins and figure out where they came from. From your knowledge, if you ever talked to him, he definitely would have left to go start tracking some goblins to see how they came in.
No, knowing Jor, he's not going to be at his cabin until Clink looks at his scaly wrist. Day or two. He's on a tracking mission.
Maybe, Mr. Hosk? Might know something. Can't say if he knows anything about where Tim would be, but, he does have a bit of knowledge about goblins himself.
I mean, they did find Tim's boot, and Clink will point to the path.
Oh,
Yeah, we have the tracks is the reason we're going this way right now.
well then, I don't want to hold you up with that any more than, you know how many? We're heading to Hagfish, one way or the other, but, certainly appreciate having some company. But, if you want to, stick with your friends, we understand. Hey, we'll save a spot for you if you want to, go on along the adventure.
Here, I'll flip a coin on it. She's gonna take out a coin and flip a d2.
Alright.
Which one is which?
I'll do heads is Tim, which is 1.
One is Tim, alright.
All right. Well, the fates are saying that I need to go over to Tim. However, save me a spot. I'll see if I can make it back.
Yeah, totally. It'll save you a spot. Make sure we won't start the contest without you.
All right.
And be sure to prep a little game, too. Get one of them tables reserved for us. They'll
Absolutely.
pat you on the side as they pass and make their way to the Hagfish.
What are you up to, Clink? Aside from defying doctor's orders.
If you're talking, Sky, we can't hear you.
Sorry, my mic, my headset cut out for a bit. I missed the last couple bits.
Basically, Minnie's coming with us, and now it's more like, well, what are you up to besides defying Doctor's orders?
Well, Klink's orders was mostly don't do work. Finding Tim isn't work. Klink works in medicine, not in tracking. You're doing the work. Klink's just following.
All right.
Fine, but condition. Because you should rest, you little dragon. You're
I
either
got him.
riding on my
I've got him.
shoulders, or you're riding in the pouch.
Minnie just picks him up and sticks him in the pouch.
Aye, that'll do.
Clink just flutters his wings a second, getting all nice and comfy, and then just rests.
Aye, that'll do. Alright.
All right.
Continue on our way.
And as you guys continue along the path in search of Tim,
Mission accomplished. Get the party together.
we move on to the forest towards a local farm. Where, for simplicity, where's Tim? Right there. Hey, look, local farm.
It was right on the outskirts of town.
So, Tim, you have been working about the farm for a little bit now. Let me go check something real quick to see if I have a toolkit for this. And if I do, then I'll have you roll it. If I don't, then I'll have you roll something else. Skill toolkits. Nothing saying farmer, so I'm gonna say roll me an herbalism check with wisdom, or roll me a survival check.
I will do survival. Does this count as a forest terrain?
You are in a forest terrain still.
17.
17. All right. So your tending to the crops are going by exceedingly well, actually. The plants themselves are surprisingly easy to care for, and the fact that these plants are somewhat droopy and sad is astounding that the other caretakers have done so poorly at their job. But, you know, I imagine Tim's not one for judgment, for the most part. They're
I
pretty...
take the time to show them how to properly take care of the plants.
Indeed. And as you show some of the other farmers how to take care of the other plants, seems to be with your aid, the farm starts to liven up a little bit. A lot of the work seems to go by quicker now. The plants seem happier now that you've shown the other farmers what to do, and the guards seem a little cheerful now, a little less on edge, a bit more friendly in terms towards you especially, and just in general.
Ew. What's up with Stonehenge down here, though?
It's the local Green Faith Circle. But as you are going about your farming experience, the woman you saw earlier would approach. You've been quite a lot of work there, Tim. A good job indeed, I'd say.
Oh, I thank you. I just, sometimes I get carried away with gardening.
Yeah. Carry away all you want. Certainly appreciate all the help, and you certainly helped out the other gardeners. They seem to be actually competent for once.
Yeah, they just need someone to teach them how to do it.
Well, we wanted to give you a little thank you, for the help. And
you're welcome.
She would offer you a pouch.
Oh, what's this?
A little thank you from the local farmers.
I thank you.
All right.
What's in the pouch?
As you look inside, you'd see that there's some coin, but there's also, from the looks of it, a few buds and some seeds. Things that you could start your own
Nice.
personal farm with.
Oh, that is so
Cute.
thoughtful.
Yeah. We don't want our new best gardener to go without.
As soon as I get home, I'm gonna plant them.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll be quite happy in their new home. Anyways, keep up the good work, and if you need anything, just let us know.
Will do.
Alright, as you go back to your farming, back to the trail!
How much gold was it?
They would have given you, looking at my notes for this, it would have been a mixture of copper, silver, and gold, but they would have given you a 5 gold total.
Ah, sweet.
Alright. As we return to our particular trackers who go throughout the forest towards the hidden trail that they've been following, I need you guys to roll me a survival check. You can roll
Oliver?
one with advantage. All of you can roll, or two of you can roll with advantage. Up to you guys how you want to go about it. But yeah, one survival per.
Minnie, how's your wisdom?
It's actually pretty decent. I think my survival is a.
And Clink, how's yours?
I
Never
have
mind.
a +4, but I have disadvantage right now.
True.
So it would be an even roll if I had advantage.
Never mind. I'd only have a flat roll. I thought I had more than that. Never mind.
So
Well, I
is
think-
+1 still our best survival?
+1 is still the best, but 2 of us can do it with advantage now. So a flat advantage and a +1 with advantage it is.
Sure.
Oh, you know
I'll
what?
roll since I'll still have
Here,
my.
I'm gonna. Actually, no, I'm gonna save it. Never mind. Go ahead.
Alright. Dwarven brothers, what do we see?
And we roll with advantage.
Ain't not bad. Ain't not bad. Both rolled 15 on the die.
Mm-hmm.
Truly.
Truly, brethren.
He's proficient. That's helpful.
Yes.
All right. 18 for Drovki. All right. As you're following along the trail, you notice suddenly the trail stops. You're a little confused, and you begin looking around the area, and just fairly obscured by some bushes, there is a small game trail that cuts off westward. And it seems Tim's tracks go along that game trail. And thus, continue your travels along this hidden game trail, and after some time, the hidden forest trail would start to open up into that of a... I have a new ambience for this. Being the link and posting it into music. Would open up into a clearing. Are you guys stealthing forward?
Is it getting?
I don't think we would be.
I don't know why you would be. I'm
Between
just
Minnie and
checking.
Dravki, I can't imagine we would.
No.
No.
We're just
Not as a
hiding
group,
out.
at least.
Yeah,
If there's
like-
some indication that one of us should scout forward alone, then maybe. But
If anything, Clink and Minnie would be singing travel songs at each other.
probably.
All right. Well, all right.
They're like, oh, here comes combat.
Oh man, good thing I have tokens for pretty much any situation right at this point. Okay. As you guys are making your way, I am going to go and grab a little forest farm map real quick. So, give me 1 second while you guys do your little talking along the road conversation. Feel free to do anything, or you guys can talk out of character. It's up to you guys. But
What was that one goblin song they were singing? I still have it a bit stuck in my head.
I don't know how
You know,
can
I-
even remember them. They're just sort of nonsense. They don't even rhyme.
They don't
Yeah.
need to rhyme I don't know. I've had them stuck in my head as well. It has been. They kind of bop a little bit.
I disagree.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But maybe it rhymed in goblin. We don't know.
Well, then why
Yeah.
did they say it in Goblin?
Because they
Sometimes
wanted us to
doesn't
hear it. They
translate
were
right.
very polite.
I do
I wouldn't say they were
I would
polite.
not call goblins. Goblins are many things. Polite.
I would not say they are polite.
Goblins are rarely even polite to each other.
It's true. I don't even know if they know what polite is.
I'm
They
pretty
do have
sure.
catchy songs, though.
You listen to weird music, Minnie, but that's okay.
I'm gonna see if Minnie can hum a goblin song. What is that performance?
Absolutely. Nah, chaos. Just roll like 3d20 and see what happens.
all right. Roll me performance.
Goblin bot.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Heck yeah, Minnie is bopping to this goblin song that she's just like whistling along.
Excellent.
She has no idea what words she's singing, but they do sound cool.
All right. With a 22, you are indeed bopping as the goblin song. You start singing out some, like, goblin chewing, goblin spite. You think that's how it goes, and you start getting along. You're like, oh yeah, no, this is exactly how it went. And you sing their song again, and it's a little concerning for those who are in the farm as they hear you approach, but it's fine. We'll get to that in a second. So,
What have you done?
Let's be honest, I didn't
biggest
expect
goblin.
wrong. That delights me.
it's fine. Don't worry about it.
She's having a good time.
It's fine. It's a good time to have. This will take me just a moment. I'm altering a map to be a farm map for weed.
I'm altering this map to be a farm map for weed.
For weed.
That is the important spot right now
Sage, did you ever imagine that this is what you'd be doing?
today, or
Well,
in general.
No, yeah,
I-
today and in general,
I'm
yes, absolutely. But in life,
no.
That was such a sad note.
I did think I was going to need to do this, but I didn't think I was going to need it so soon. So I was like, I don't need a combat map. It's fine. They're not going to find it. They're not rangers. The ranger's the one who left.
You're in the neighborhood, like at least
You
3
saw
soldiers. We're going to the pot house.
No one of us. We're following the ranger. The ranger.
The ranger.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is awesome. Alright, here we
Everything
go.
is cool when you're part of a team.
Let's just add some little plants to these farm bits so they look farmy. And then we can do the thing Julie.
On the right side, I won't have to get too exhaustion catching up to the fight this time.
It's true.
True.
Bet.
Wait, no. You are the fight. You can't run away.
Alright. So, set up your marching order on the map. Where's your tokens? I can't see your tokens.
We're over here
Okay.
in the blue.
Set marching order, and we shall be the soups and the whoops.
I would like to be directly behind my brother.
I mean, I don't think we even have to be in a one-to-one line. I think we're just kind of. I mean, Manny might want to be closer up. I don't know.
Where is this?
I'm perfect. We're right down over here. We're just on the normal map. We're just doing a little bit of.
Could you force that on me?
Yeah, I'm gonna be putting you guys on a different map in just a second, so
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
I just
So
have you guys
we're-
setting there so I can get the marching order on the new one.
We're over here.
Weed farm,
Zoom out and look for the big hand.
farm. All right, and I'm going to drop this image down, and then we should be good.
Actually, probably while we're on the trail. Actually, you had the higher survival check, so you'd be in front.
All right.
Actually, I need to roll my performance check for my goblin song because I am also singing.
Also,
yes, of
I need
course.
to situate my food, which has just arrived. I'll be right back.
Huzzah!
Oh yeah.
Well,
6.
feel free to do the thing, and I am going to center this real quick, like so. I feel something like so. Yep, there we go. And all right. Excellent. there's that. Setting the background so it's black, so you don't have any weird stuff with the map. There we go. And adding some trees, and then we should be good. Plants, clusters, trees. Oh yeah, that's all we need. Alright, for purposes of where your trail is, I added a bit of extra trees, so you guys can see where you'd be walking down from. And now I just need to add a little house, and then it's done. Because there would be the little barn house. Well, I grab that. Here you guys go. There's the map.
Man, one of two assets.
Oh, 2 whole assets. Sage, I think you're going a little hard on the maps here, man. I think you need to, like, cool your jets.
Yes, of course.
Cut back a few of the deca. I think this is gonna have to be a real crunchy one again.
The most crunchiest, indeed.
I mean, I say that as I've still not even loaded in yet. So.
Oh, now it's 2 out of 3.
I have still not loaded in yet.
It's fine.
Oh, the weed farm.
Oh, did it.
Sage was like, they'll never find it, the 2 dwarves.
And they walk in singing goblin shanties.
I now need to find Tim's token before I copy your tokens over there. 1 second. Players. Tim. There you are. Okay. Copying tokens. Grabbing you guys to the map. Farm, wheat farm. There we go. Posting you guys down. You guys would be making your way down that path here. With this is your pathway. So do. There's that. And Tim, you'd be working the field, so you'd be over there. And let me go grab some guards, enemy, NPC, people in a second, just in case you guys do cause combat. Which will be found under this folder here. Come on. Map Tools library is always slow as a banana. Does not work proper. Anyways. As you turn the corner, circling into the farm area, the forest trail, the game trail, opens up into a large open field where you can see farm fields and fields of cropped land. You can also see people dressed in leather armor, bows in hand, pointed in your direction. And one would say, hello, officer. You lower the bow. What seems to be the issue here, officer?
Dravi sort of has his, like, shield up. He's just like, aye, alright. Not the best introduction, wouldn't you say?
Well, officer, there be goblins in these woods, so, can't be too careful.
As he kind of unknocks the arrow.
He'll sigh and turn to the 2 singing goblin shanties behind him. The folks we're hiking with did choose to sing some of their shanties. That's... I have me there. That's actually sort of why we're here. Did Tim happen to come this way? We were wanting to ask him if he knew much about the local goblin tribes.
Oh, Tim, Tim's great. He's been helping out. I'll go get him for you. Just, hold there. Now I'll be right back.
What's the air smell like, Sage?
First off, let me look at your lores.
I'm a herbalist.
Is this nature perception?
Is, like, insight correct?
Local flora. You can roll insight, yeah.
Cool.
You can
And
roll
obscure healing techniques.
You can roll me a perception check.
Healing
Clink.
techniques. Smoke this, you'll be fine.
A perception is a 9.
All right. You're mostly just smelling Minnie right now. I mean, they did do a lot of heavy labor recently. So you're mostly just smelling Minnie. So you don't really smell anything in addition to that. Dravgi, you can definitely see that they're a little concerned. Like, please stay there, please stay there, please stay there. Don't come inside the farm. But he does leave, and you can see him going down the pathway through some planted fields. You can see standing amongst the fields, kind of towering over everyone else, some of the other farmers here, Tim. And the man would approach Tim. Are you doing anything while he does that?
Yes, I am.
All right, I'll go back to you guys before that happens.
I would like to stealth into the forest and try to peek at the farm.
Roll me a stealth. All right, begin moving yourself.
Or I guess it would be more like a back this way motion, kind of. Oh, I guess I get here this turn.
All
Blake
right.
just
You have more time
turns
than
his
that.
head.
Are we? What'd you say, Sage?
You have more
Sorry?
time than just the one round.
Oh,
But while
okay.
you move out, this bandit scout here is gonna speak up. So, nice weather we've been having. Yep.
Do I get the sense that he's noticed me?
Not yet.
Okay. We're
I
going.
don't know. It hasn't really rained in a bit.
Creep
More
up
than
to
just
here.
you there,
This is a good.
deputy.
I.
Hmm.
Wait. What? Well, no, it's me. Just sort of turn around.
Think is gonna wiggle from his harness.
Understand? It's pretty much just me.
You don't
Clink
see
here.
Yordavilin more.
Yeah. And Minnie.
Hello.
Hi.
We're sort of just on his trail leading out here, so we wanted to see what he was about.
I should have added. Sorry. Before Yorville stealthed out, he tapped Drovgi twice on the back.
Okay, so there's not even hesitation. He's just like, it's just me, Clink, and Minnie. They're sort of helping me out in this excursion. I'm pretty good in a forest, but he sort of clinks the chainmail.
Do make sure to do the tappy tap on the shoulder beforehand next time. But it's fine right now.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. All right. Goblins about and all that.
Oh, do any of you need healing?
No, we're fine. We're fine. No injuries here. While that's going on, back over here, you, Yordavi, can see these plants are certainly budding. Do you have? Let me actually look at your lures again, real quick.
Officer of the law, I have to be able to recognize illegal substances. I literally have to be.
Do you know the booth, Mason?
Roll me a nature check or a intelligence with proficiency.
Nature intelligence with proficiency is +6.
Yeah, herbals and kid would be the most appropriate, but I don't think you have that. So
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll to see
roll to see what.
if I can catch the what plant this is?
Well, you're not quite close enough at this point in time. You're still
The map
Okay.
is
effective.
active,
The map
so
is
you
active.
can move your character.
I'm still having issues getting the map, but
Really, it's a really small map.
I'm gonna try closing out of it and coming back in, just
I would,
cause.
I would do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
All right. With a 20, you definitely recognize the shape and the stature of the plants here. They are colloquially known as devilweed. Some call them pipeweed. Some call them simply weed or that good kush. Some call them ganja. Some call them marijuana. The devil's lettuce is another word for them. Yes.
Electric lettuce.
Yep. There's a lot of names for them.
Freeform herbal
You
jazz.
do know that they are
Herbal jazz.
they are definitely an illegal substance, and I say illegal in that way because most of the outlying farmsteads don't care too much. I mean, it's it's fine, but you definitely know that the sheriff disapproves.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys seem to have a very large farm as you still do stealth up, acres in size, growing this stuff. While that's going on, over here, Tim, as you're gardening and, seeing to your particular budding plants, the bandit scout here, which you would know would be by the name of Philip, changes his title for you. Yeah, Tim, you got some of your friends out by the entrance to the farm. They wanted to speak with you.
Oh, thank you for letting me know, Phil.
Yep, of course, of course. He's gonna just follow you back a little bit. Gonna stop over at the cliff here, keep an eye out.
I'll go up and meet my friends. Hey, friends. What are you guys doing here?
Hi, how's it going, Tim? We were still looking for you.
If I go back right after confirming that it is in fact that good Kush, what's the timeline on me showing back up?
You'll be heading back. By the time you get back to Minnie, for example, Tim would be about here.
Okay, so I could realistically be back here by the time he gets all the way up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll me another stealth check.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. You stealth your way back to the party, not anyone the wiser.
Happen twice on the
primarily-
back when I get back.
Yeah. Primarily, how much do you know about the local goblin tribes? We're sort of wanting to figure out if we can determine which tribe it was that attacked our town last evening. And we sort of thought you'd probably
okay.
know this.
Let's see. I have lore in goblinoids. Would that at all help?
You have some lores that are appropriate, so you can roll me a history and a nature.
Does
History and nature, or
Yep.
or?
Both.
Okay.
Since
We're in a forest.
many have lore in goblins?
Oh,
Minnie?
got a natural 20
Check.
for history and a 21 for
Of some
nature.
kind? Because if so, that means everybody does, and that's comedic.
I don't believe so.
Darn.
No, not even with the ones I gave him.
Yeah.
With a 20 and a 21. Hot damn. All right.
I knew that this was gonna happen too. Like we all rolled shit all day, and then we're gonna get to Tim, and he's gonna just fucking crack rolls. I just didn't want to say it and jinx it.
So, you know that there are 5 goblin tribes within the Witchwood specifically. There's many more within the Wyrmsmoke, but you don't really deal with the Wyrmsmoke goblins too much. But what you do know, the closest tribe to Drellin's Ferry are the Bird Cruncher goblins that live in caves along the eastern edge of the Wyrmsmoke, within the foothills there. Although these goblins are traditionally the least aggressive of the 5 tribes, they are perhaps the most seen due to their close nature, their close proximity to Drellin's Ferry. You also know of, to the northeast, there are the Licktoad goblins of the Brine Stump Marsh. They're often seen as pests, as many of them tend to assail travelers along swampy or marshy roads and steal their would-be pets or anything that's really frog-like or amphibious. They're probably going to steal it, as they view them as the mightiest. You would know that they take these amphibians as their patrons, as their masters of masters, as some call them.
Imagine if they met Axel, dude.
It's true. They are known to be excellent swimmers. East of the village, within the Witchwood, are the 7-Tooth Goblins of Shankwood. These goblins have secured themselves a place amongst the goblins of the Witchwood as heroes, looters, and the richest of the lot, As you know, these are the goblins that have raided Drellin's Ferry junkyard, rebuilding and using the stolen refuse to create arms, armor, and more strange contraptions that their strange little maniacal brains have formed into somehow useful baubles.
Did we see any of those contraptions at the
No.
at Drellin's Ferry? Okay.
And can you repeat the name of that tribe for me?
And that would be the Seven-Tooth tribe. Seven-Tooth goblins. So, like the number 7, then tooth.
Gotcha.
Further east are the Mosswood goblins, likely the largest tribe from your knowledge within the Witchwood. They are traditionally held back by feuding families within their own ranks, often causing mischief, and they're not seen too often, these goblins, but they are the largest tribe that you know of within the Witchwood, or at least within the Witchwood closest to Drellin's Ferry. So I'm not going over the tribes further east, like closer to Elzer Crossing or things far, far east. But for those within the middle of the forest westward, so closer to Drellin's Ferry, they're the largest. And there are often plenty of infighting within this tribe, which keeps them, even though they breed like rabbits, their numbers relatively focused amongst each other rather than against, raiding and whatnot. Finally, there are the Thistletop goblins, those who live within a small island atop Lake Nettlewood. It is said that they hold a stronghold here within the island, which resembles that of a decapitated head. These goblins themselves, all seem to hold a surprising love for fire, above and beyond goblins' normal surprising love for fire. And they seem to favor a particular goblin by the name of Rip Nugget. From what you know of the attack and what you are now informing upon your parties, it clicks into your mind that it is these Thistletop goblins that have, performed the raid upon Drellin's Ferry. Furthermore, what you know about Rip Nugget, since you did roll really high, Rip Nugget is obviously the current leader of the Thistletop goblins, and even some of the other goblin tribes fear or admire Rip Nugget, heeding his advice and listening to him and agreeing upon best practices within the different tribes and territories of the Witchwood. It is also said that he trades often with the other tribes, and he is the one who can best keep the peace, however short that is. It often breaks because some goblin threw a rock and others are like, ooh, fire pretty, and, causes an explosion, and then they all get distracted, and some die, and some flee in terror, and some watch and continue to set fires themselves. It's a vicious cycle. But
Sage, you're goblins.
it's true.
You're fucking goblins.
But yes, no, that is what you know about Rip Nugget, the leader. Actually, you have a 21 and a 20. You would know one other thing. Let me go and grab my notes on Rip Nugget specifically in the purposes of his stats. Let's see here. Rip Nugget. Control F for Rip Nugget. Alright, what you do know about Rip Nugget is that he appears to be well versed in the train itself. You know from reportings, from whether you were hunting with Jor, or maybe you went on some hunts with Shalelu, or just from your own investigations. As many of these goblin tribes are in your own forest, which is your home, and they're here and they cause mischief themselves. Rip Nugget himself appears to be that of a Beastmaster Ranger. He has a giant gecko as a mount, and many fear him, or perhaps his mount, as the mount is said to have an insatiable hunger that many goblins fear.
Okay.
Alright, as
I
we know, with your
relay
additional
all this
knowledge.
information to the party.
Bam.
Excellent.
Yeah, so that's what I know about the goblins here.
I
So
thank you.
Yeah, no problem. How did you guys find me out here anyway?
You have very big feet.
That's true.
Absolutely adore Tim.
There's just something zero
He's
hesitation that he shows.
Why?
Max, like, just a fucking zero hesitation you pull off with each statement. I'm just like, yeah. It's like, just immediate. It takes him no time. It's just, yep, that's Tim.
Anyways, I'm not gonna tell on you, but you know.
Tell on me for what?
Oh, you. Oh, you. All right. Anyways, thank you so much, Tim.
Of course, friend. So, where to now?
Are you coming with us? Well,
If possible, could we stop by my cabin? I'd like to plant some devil weed seeds that my friends gave me.
Oh no.
There is a visible cogwheel just above Droggy's head
As this is going on, you see the man back here just full on face palms. Oh my
Clink
god.
does know many tinctures that could use some of that.
Did you just fucking like past the big guy just stares a quick dagger towards him.
Tim, can I give you some legal advice?
Sure.
You should not admit that you're carrying devil weed in front of officers of the law.
I mean, it's only illegal in town, isn't it?
Well, what are you?
This is illegal.
Wait, hold on.
Oh no.
Let me just like as Minnie says that, just wait, hold on. That's kind of a good point. We're not currently in town.
Minnie's just in the back, just like holding back laughter. It's like,
Okay, I mean, she has a point. We're not in town.
Yeah, I know.
What are the reaches of town and the god exactly?
Tim doesn't even live in town.
Right.
That is also
So as long as you get rid of it before we get to town, it's fine.
no, just leave it outside of town.
Yeah.
well, yeah, which he lives outside.
Jorg has a marker near his cabin.
All right, for now this is completely fine. You
I am.
jabs a finger towards him.
But cool,
Are you
right?
satisfied with your care?
We're going to forget about this time because Tim's a good friend and a good man and a sweet boy.
Oh,
But-
thank you, sir.
That he is.
But
Yep.
you go selling this too close to town, I see you again, and you have some of this on you. And if my daughter gets any of this ever, oh, he then starts mumbling in Dwarvish, who Yorvi gets is pretty much just you will know pain to know it, but much more drawn out with more Dwarven expletives.
Yeah.
Not to worry, officer.
Vaguely threatening dwarvish.
Won't have any of this here enter your daughter's possession. No, sir.
Uh-huh.
And you won't see me in town. No worries there. At least not with the plant.
It all
Inside
explains.
check.
I'm not. You know what? He's. Doggy's more in a huff about the whole thing. He's not gonna worry about it if he's telling the truth, but he is.
So what you gather is he is telling the truth, and that you're not going to see him in town with the plant. probably gonna see him in town though.
Yeah, okay. As he just like turns around and starts hiking back, and he's just mumbling, it's like, that explains the smell. It's gonna be stuck in me mustache for like a week.
Clink will look over his shoulder at Jockey and Jorville turning away, and will like skitter forward real quick. So does Jorg
Can I attempt to perceive this?
have a
Sure.
have a section here?
Roll me a stealth, Clinkin. What was your question?
Does Jorg have a section here?
I see your stealth first before I respond.
I'm just a little clinky. It's
All right.
not very clinky.
You do hear the signature clink, clink, clink of Clink scuttling past Tim even to go speak with them. You're still far off, but you can roll me a perception check again to see if you can overhear what they're saying. But the scout that you're talking to would speak up.
No.
You do not hear shit. Oh yeah, no, totally. That's see that large field, biggest one here. That's theirs.
Cool. So, I'm Jorg's apprentice. I need to touch up my medicine kit a little bit.
Yeah. You're cool with Joe, so you're cool with us.
Clink's cool with everyone.
Clink will be back.
No worries. Just try
Clink's
not to
got
bring the.
connections.
You know. Okay. And as the party
Clink
leaves,
scampers into his Clink pouch.
Yeah. Yorville watched that whole thing happen. Just like standing there with his arms crossed.
What? We're not in town.
Yeah. I know.
all right.
There's a reason I'm going to take a rogue level.
So, our brave heroes leaves the wheat farm, successful in finding their ranger, a farmer at the local wheat farm. All right. As you guys return to where are you guys heading to?
Well, let's go to
Cabin, I think.
Minnie's gonna head to the fish tavern so that she can go do that gambling thing.
Clink also advises a relaxation stop before heading back into town. Doctor's
Minnie
orders.
suggests all of them join in the gambling and having some fun.
All right.
Hold on
So,
while I make my persuasion.
is there a stop at Tim's cabin? For the
There
group.
probably would
For the
be.
group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I need to head there anyway to plant the weed.
All right.
And yes, very nicely.
So I'm going to go to the Witchwood map. I'm going to turn off all my icons that you should not see, and I will point some things out. And you can determine where you're.
You know what? I will lean over to my brother and say, because I assume Minnie mentions this at some point during the walk. The going to the hagfish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Say, we were invited down to the hagfish earlier. I went to the owner's stand at the festival, and he invited us down.
Oh, I.
Wish the company. Been a minute.
Aye, sir.
All right. As plans have been made to go to the Hagfish to enjoy some drinks, Tim, where would you say on this map your cabin is located?
I have not quite loaded up the Witchwood map yet.
Gotcha. When you have loaded, let me know where you would like your cabin to be.
It just loaded.
This is Drellin's Ferry.
Okay.
This is the Weed Farm. This is Jor's cabin.
Okay.
This is
I would need to be near town. What's the deal with the paying for ferries and stuff?
So, ferries to and from the west side and east side of the river, there is a small fee to cross after the first two. The first two are free, as is local tradition. Specifically, I'll just go and grab that for you. It costs 1 silver piece to cross on foot, or 3 silver piece to cross if you have a mount with you. So on foot, it's just a silver to cross after the first two.
I would probably be posted up probably somewhere around here. Actually, no, probably through here, because that's more off the...
So
yeah,
like,
probably around there.
right in here.
Yeah, that's where
Right.
that works.
Tim's cabin. Doop, doop, doop. Alright, there you are. Grab you a little cabin image too. Make it a bit smaller, and then adjust it to be your name instead of yours. Alright. So, it's along the way to Tim's cabin to get past Jor's cabin. Would you guys like to stop there? Or would you like to continue to town?
If Clink knows it's close to Jor's, Clink would like to stop by Jor's cabin.
Alright. So, heading on over to Jor's cabin. Along the way, it's a very small detour. It's pretty much off the road. You would find that the place is as you thought. Jor's not home, nor are his hounds that normally guard the place. But you can see that there is a small smoke plume coming from the chimney, indicating that perhaps he's not been gone for long, or perhaps that he intends to come back soon.
Okay.
But you do see he does have a little personal garden around here. He has a little area for his hounds to hang out in. Small, cozy little cabin.
Clink looks to Jorville. Do not go around back. And we'll go open the door. Well, I assume he locks his door, so we'll probably
He
go
does.
climb through, like, a Clink door.
Alright. Finding one of the nearby side entrances where a Clink door was built into it, like a little doggy door, but Clink uses. You find your way inside. The cabin itself is fairly well compact. It's got plenty of furnishings. There's a small little hammock-like bed set up near some of nearby hanging coat racks that Clink used to use as your little slumber pod here when you lived with Jor. And, still use it sometimes when you're out in the wilds. Overall, the place smells like home. It's good memories.
Clink is going to do a quick refresher of their medicine and, healers and surgery kit.
Alright. It's easy enough to do.
Make sure the fire isn't going to catch the rest of the cabin on fire. Probably grab some sort of like jerky that's probably hanging from somewhere in here.
Yep.
And go crawl back out, locking their Clink door behind them.
Excellent. Alright. You would restock in supplies, acquiring some fresh trail rations via the jerky, and checking on the fireplace. It is indeed, it's not going to cause any issues. It's a low fire. It's mostly just to keep the embers hot for return lighting. Heading on out, you guys head on over to Tim's cabin, and Tim can give me a survival check to plant your newfound seeds.
Sure thing. Survival. What is my survival? My survival is +5. Okay.
I was going to ask if I could give advantage, even though I don't have survival. I do have herbalism.
With herbalism, you can.
Oh, lovely.
Alright.
Still an 18.
With the aid of Clink, looking over your small little garden here, you find a nice, cozy spot for your newfound companions to plant their roots, so to speak. And, well, you believe given time, they will take root and form into a nice, strong, budding bush.
In this first harvest, we should all have a smoke session together.
Alright, I would be in.
Jorval looks at Dravgi.
I had my fun in the academy, and if I come home smelling like weed, then my wife is going to kill me.
Oh, Clink knows how to fix that.
With full right, mind you.
Okay, to each their own.
What a woman.
And thus, as
Depends on the day.
a stop has been made at Tim's cabin, you guys make your way back to town to Drellin's Ferry. Alright. Now, you guys are wanting to head to the Hagfish?
Yeah.
Alright.
Right.
You guys arrive definitely afternoon when you finally reach the Hagfish, but here we are. I'm going to put you guys on the specific Hagfish map because apparently the Hagfish interiors were a bit more custom made than just an image, so it's a bit more complicated. Anyways.
The fun map.
Yes, the fun map. Here you guys go.
Oh, that was quick.
Actually, the fun map would have been the weed map.
That's what I'm saying, you know?
Ah, yes, the ultimate power. Alright. As you make your way over to here, let me go and bring up what can be found within this location. Location, the Hagfish. We need you. We need you guys. Anyone else I need to grab? Okay. Cool. Let's see here. Copying you. I'm going to grab some NPCs that would be in here at this point in time, so 1 second. I think you spend time here as well, right? Alright, so you would be here as well. Any other NPCs I need to grab and drag on over? I think it should just be you as well. Yeah, where are you? Right there. Yes, okay. Copying some tokens and we should be good. If you know I can copy them. They're being funky. Alright. Here we go. And then making them visible for you guys and putting where they would be in just 1 moment. So, you'd be behind the bar. You guys would have found a chair over here with a spot saved for Minnie. You would be over at the bar, and you would be at the bar. Alright, there you guys go. There's some other patrons, but they do not currently have important tokens at this point in time. So, because those guys would be at the other tavern. Yep, okay, yeah. We're good. Alright. As you enter into the Hagfish, you see that the building itself is, well, quite well built. It is definitely got a nautical theme to it, as there's various signs of nets, of anchors, of fishing poles, large trophy fishes hung up on walls that have been properly taxidermied or essentially reposed to fit properly. What's notable, though, is that there's a large aquarium behind the bar that houses a large eel-like fish that is just gray, blob-like, and got a weird derpy face. You know this fish to be the Hagfish, known as Nora. Or at least Nora number 5 or 7 or whatever number Quinn's on.
Is there a plaque above it that has the number?
No. But you do know that this place itself, the Hagfish, is one of the most popular taverns within Drellin's Ferry. It is home to both fishermen, rivermen, gamblers, and it is, well, the best place to get an old-fashioned seafood-based meal. It is owned by one gregarious, one-legged man by the name of Jargy Quinn. an old sailor from out west who retired down here in his older age, setting up a Yakfish as his lively business.
Does everyone who owns an inn here only have one leg?
No.
So okay, so just a 2 out of 3.
2 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's 5 inn/taverns in town, and Jargy Quinn has one leg, and then what's his fuck? I don't remember his name. Is Tenor something. Tenor, Gressel Tenor. He also has one leg because he lost it and more.
I don't see my
Chris-
token.
It's under Clink.
Yeah, here you are.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah. But the map is active, and there is a placard above the aquarium that does say Nora. In addition to that, hanging from a nail next to her tank is a leather pouch bulging with coins, the prize money for succeeding in the drink.
For a gamble, she looks to her friends and gestures towards the tank.
Well, the map is active. You guys are free to move on in. As you enter, Matthias and Joshua would give a little friendly wave. Oh, you made it!
Hi. Guess they're talking to her, but I'm excited to be here too.
And you found Tim, too.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Clink will scurry out of their pouch as they're walking that way
Excellent.
and scuttle over here.
Yorville will walk up to the bar.
Hi,
Hello.
what can I get for you? Good to see you, by the way.
Hi,
Yes,
you
that's
two.
Yorvi.
I think we're in for the drinking contest.
Oh, looking to try old Nora's trial then, eh? Well, just be a
Aye.
silver and take a crack at that there mug.
He takes a mug off a hook nearby the sack and places on the counter here.
Clink walks over to Tim and will raise their arms in an upseas motion.
I gently reach down one of my giant hands and pick up Clink and
I like
put him on
the-
the stool.
Hold Clink gently
Or on
like
the
hamburger.
All right.
Here you go, friend.
Oh, very good. First try indeed.
What you do notice as he takes the mug, scoops it into the aquarium, and then pours some liquor down from below the bar, stirs it a little bit, takes a little bit of a spice, puts it in there, stirs a bit more, shakes it a little bit in a mixer cup of sorts, and places the contents back in the mug.
There you are. That be the Nora's mixture. But I do have to warn you. This stuff is mighty foul and quite thick. It's gonna go down the gullet a little slowly. Don't worry though. It'll go down just right in the end. But if your stomach can't handle it, well, coin be lost. You can manage to hold your own though. The pouch is yours.
How much is
Aye.
the try?
It'd just be a silver to try. And of course, if you do manage to hold your own, the name be going on the board of victors.
As he kind of shows a small hidden board behind the aquarium itself with just 28 names upon it. You would recognize 3 of those names. You would recognize the name of trying to find it real quick. Of Osric Crag Bellows, I believe. Cragbrow. Osric Cragbrow. You would recognize the name of a particular drunk that you met in the Fat Man's feed bag, which, goes by the name of Raishi Yano. And finally, you would recognize a name that's somewhat out of place. You would recognize the name of Ameko Kaijitsu, the local owner of the Rusty Dragon Inn.
That's right. Can Clink have one of those drinks?
Let's see here, another mug.
But for Tim, as he's getting the second setup ready, since you are wishing to try this particular trial. Reading through my notes to see what the DC and whatnot is.
It's a 1 silver to participate. Yes.
It's 1 silver.
Hey,
Okay, I give him my silver.
Right, he takes the silver, puts it in the victory pouch, and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okie dokie.
Travi's just gonna like
Before they take the sip,
this fight.
before they take the sip, Minnie is just going to kind of nudge one of the other patrons and gesture to Clink and be like, "Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll bet you next round that that Clinic can handle his own."
That's a 20 for my con save.
And who are you betting that to?
This random bar patron.
Oh, it's Mr. Bilivar. Yeah. A little fella. Nah, no way. Done. Take it. I'll take the bet. What was it? Silver?
I was saying next round of drinks.
Next round of drink. All right. I can. Yeah, done. Easy.
Yeah. And she takes it. Chair.
All right. All right. With a 20, Tim, as you begin to sip the foul concoction formed by Mr. Quinn of some form of tequila mixed with aquarium water, the slime of the hagfish, and some, you think it's ginger, maybe? There's also a bit of pepper to it, too. It's like maybe some cayenne topped at the top of the drink mixed in there. It's a little spicy.
Sounds disgusting.
It's completely disgusting. You feel the urge to vomit, but as you begin to drink and drink, it goes down, and your stomach stands strong. You wipe your mouth from the drink, some of it kind of dribbling out a little bit. So?
Can I get a water?
Yeah, of course. Just hold a
Thank
moment.
you.
Goes back out
He's
here,
just like,
grabs
that
a
was
little cup.
gross.
Yeah, places the cup down here. Boop. Here's the
I
water.
take the water and I drink it to wash away the taste.
All right. Oh, nothing at all.
this one came out of the forest.
You're Tim, right?
That's correct.
Hot damn, Tim, you just won the pouch.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. No one's really able to last that long before vomiting.
Ah,
Well, I'll be.
He carves your name to the board, takes the pouch, hands it to you.
Thank you. Just my lucky
Just
day.
fucking
Yeah, this is the
carves the
second
name
time
and
I've
just
gotten a
second he's
pouch of money
done.
today. The first time was from my friends over at the Devil's Weed Farm.
Excuse me?
Tim,
I started
Adored
looking-
him with every fiber.
I told you.
I
You cannot
Try to
mention that.
counterspell Tim by like jumping up and just clasping his mouth.
he's so amazing.
While they are distracted, Clink is going to inspect his drink.
Are you sure there wasn't also a ton of alcohol in that drink there?
While if he is inspecting his drink, Minnie is going to kind of scratch at her head a little bit and mutter some a good luck to you, and is going to give you a what is basically like an bardic inspiration. I'm trying to remember what I called it.
Oh, it's a prediction.
Yeah. Predict success, which is where did I write it down? Somewhere.
Here you are. It is a macro on your token. At least it should be. I gave you a macro for everything. Huh. Maybe not. Well, your predict success is indeed a thing you can do. It is a D6.
So,
Well, it'll be the pot, but challenge is still up if you want to show your metal. Yeah, little one.
Looks towards Clinic.
Clink will definitely try as he's like looking at the glass, quickly casting Libra on it.
All right. The DC is 20. Is what you learn.
Cool. Clink is going to lick the outside of the glass as they are studying it, and basically does the like Catholic cross across his chest when he basically doing a quick casting of bless.
All right. All right. He is going
And-
to take the mug and dip it in and do the mixture while you're doing that. And he'll pass it to you.
Cool. And yeah.
What was the Yawgmoth one that we made?
Dogmoth?
Is
Mason? The fucking some guy on a wall, a planet.
oh yeah.
Power Sun. Some guy, wall, planet guy.
Yeah, it's the whole thing.
Yawgmoth went through some phases in life. All of them good.
So I'm looking at a I'm looking at a 13.
Yep. All right. As you.
Is that with
I-
the predict success?
That's with your predict
Yep.
success, yeah.
I'm doing
Alright.
a quick check to make sure I don't have anything that would help real quick. I don't think so.
I don't think you do.
Yeah.
All right. As the drink touches your lips, you immediately recoil at the taste, but you continue for a little bit before you get about one more slurp through, and you start panicking a little bit. It's a little too frothy for you, and you're like, "Oh, that's not going down. That's not going down." Oh no, it is. It's the opposite of going down. And the drink drops from your hand, and you just full on projectile vomit straight into the case. You see Jark
rotten
Quinn,
luck.
as he noticed Clink starting to look a little green, steps to the side.
Another one down, and that goes another coin for the new pouch.
Clink puts a coin in the your coin into the pouch.
Did we just see the kobold vomit into the mixture that we're gonna drink from?
Not into the mixture, no. It just hit the edges. The
Oh,
aquarium
okay.
itself is raised, so from their position, it would be kind of hitting the lower half of the aquarium at best.
Yeah.
And well, it happens often, but I'll wash that off a little bit. Anyways, while I wash that, good try, good attempt indeed, but not quite iron stomach enough, I'd say. No matter. You owe me a drink there, little cow. Oh,
The drink you shall receive. And she brings out her hand, brings over the two fingers, and be like, "All right, the two of us are next."
Fuck.
You look right into that. Clink says as he falls forward.
Jarky Quinn smiles right away. Pulls up two mugs, places them in front of you and Mr. Ween.
just my luck. Of course.
Us two as well, Jargy.
Alright, okay.
Shoop, shoop. Slides on by.
Minnie says a bit of a prayer to herself.
Silver.
Yeah. Let me work on this.
Minnie does a bit of a prayer to herself to try and see if she can get advantage on giving luck next time.
Let's see here. 1 second. So you're attempting to seek the boon of Rude.
Yeah.
All right. Should you succeed, should you win this gamble, the next attempt that you want to use this on, so next gamble or the like, will be made at advantage. Should you lose, the next one is made at disadvantage. All right.
It's a D2 first, right?
Hmm?
It's a D2 first, right?
So
No.
It's just
What is it?
You're just rolling a
Oh wait,
constitution
that's what it is.
save.
No, never mind.
You're just rolling a
Never
con
mind.
save.
It's a con save. Alright.
All right. And I will roll for Mr. Ween. He has a constitution of...
weed.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
All right. And let's look at Yorvi and Dravgi.
Yeah. Is this a tricks are allowed type scenario? It appears to be.
Depends on what you do. You're
All right.
free to describe what you want to do.
I would like to use prestidigitation to create. 'Cause you said it's like a little thick and sloshy, right? I would like to create the smell of mulled wine right under my nose to try to make it go down easier. Because a lot of taste is actually smell.
All right, all right.
You think that it's supposed to be? That's for sure. I can
Roll me Arcana.
Okay, fantastic.
All right. Roll me a con save. Same with Dravgi.
I swear, Quink's the only one that failed this.
Oh, hell.
Okay, that makes me feel good.
All right. You are free to add anything to your results before I reveal results, but, let me know. You ought to be at Dravgi.
Nothing for me. That was my only trick.
Ethan?
God damn it. Cheers, brother.
Yes.
All right. And the two of you don't quite projectile vomit, but Yorvi projectile vomits. Dravgi, you hold back a little bit, burp, and then you realize, oh no, you need to find a privy now. As you take 3 steps in the direction of what you hope is the privy before just hurling your guts upon the floor.
Hold on. Can I? Does there happen to be any
There's a mug right here.
bickering? Okay, that sort of works. That's actually horrid because that would just overfill and splash out. No. Is there a small scuffle within 25 feet of me so I can try to jump to them and get out the door?
Unfortunately, no. This bar is not the kind to have bar fights.
Damn, yeah, he's that wasn't so...
Meanwhile, Jorvi going...
Oh.
At this, Bilivar
You
goes...
make a bastard drink, and then fucking vomits as well.
So I won't get you out. Yeah, well, I'm not feeling so well.
Nope. Clink,
Roll me a dexterity saving throw for Clink.
Oh my god.
Alright, so Clink, as you start shouting, no, roll me a dex save. With disadvantage.
no.
If I wasn't bent over fucking vomiting, I would have jumped in to try and block it.
Alright, so you see what's about to happen, you just
14.
jump, vroom,
Did you really
as Dravgi
just-
rushes
I
forward,
have bless.
puking
I
still upon
think.
the ground. You do. As Dravgi, realizing what's happened, no, start puking a little bit into their mouth and land here as you get just pelted by Ween's vomit. As that happens, you cannot contain it.
Luckily.
You cannot contain it anymore as some of the just dribble on the edge of your shield and you just full throttle puke all over the ground. Meanwhile, Minnie, you're just standing
Minnie.
there.
Minnie, laughing, orders a round of just simple ale for everyone.
All right.
Wash the faces
Yeah.
out.
And silver for that. And
Minnie, you have succeeded in your gamble of rude. Your next gamble, if you so choose to use it, is made at advantage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If you think I still have the stomach to drink after that,
You also just gained 5 silver.
ugh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 silver.
All right.
The hag
I'm-
fish pouch 2. 5 silver.
I'm gonna go find the closest place I can get like an orange to eat, and probably some sort of bath. I
Alright.
am not showing up back home smelling like vomit and hogfish.
To be fair, go check out the Rusty Dragon. I know they have some baths out that way. Or you can always just bathe in the river. You know, we have a nice bath spot out along the dock. Even have some wharf cloths up there.
I'll probably just, it's more just washing off my shield and getting the smell. I'm basically also, you don't happen to sell like fruit just so that my breath and
Oh, no.
mustache
We have
doesn't-
plenty of fruit, yeah.
Okay, yeah, he'll like hop up
No
into
sailor would be without fruit.
like a clean chair, so which means he like pulls out this like ruined one here. He fucking walks over, takes this one,
That's my
and,
luck.
and drags
During
it
this-
over.
Sorry, I gotta make it
Process,
Christmas.
Orville after finishing laughing at the whole situation, because that was fucking hilarious, will prestidigitate everybody's vomit away.
Oh,
Excellent.
thank God. Brother, I'm so glad you learned how to do that.
Sage.
Yes.
Oldest trick in the book.
I'm having a little bit of a time following the wording of the third eye rud for the curse roll.
What about it?
No, it's okay. I just did the charisma save. I passed it.
Okay, I guess. You already did the Christmas save?
Just now. I got a 17.
Oh, that was so on my end. Okay. I was mostly wondering, is that a disadvantage because they failed the bet because I lost, or because whenever you would partake in a game of chance, you can get this boon.
They didn't stick it out the first time when they were betting against you.
They were betting for me.
They did, but they
To
didn't
win.
say they were looking for the boon. You have to seek
Oh.
the boon to gain the boon.
Yeah. It's not with every gamble I make. It's if I choose to get the boon from the gamble.
Yep, which is why they now have the boon, because they specifically said, I am seeking this boon.
Bet wisely, don't just bet all the time.
Indeed.
Yeah, so Drawfee's just gonna like
They're gonna bet all the time, but sometimes they're gonna bet extra hard. Just to make it cool.
just some fruit. Some of it he's going to eat. Some of it he's gonna sort of like half eat and then rub a bit on the stash to sort of get some of the smell out. And then some of the other one he's just gonna straight rub it onto his shield to just get the smell out. Then he'll like fucking wash it off later to not get all the fucking to not then like rust his shield with the acids.
Excellent. All right. And as you guys enjoy your evening at the Hagfish, some of you having won, some of you having...
How much would it have cost for Minnie to have buy the round of drinks for everyone?
It was a silver to buy the round of drinks.
participated?
Yeah.
Would the 5 silver she won counted it? Like,
The 5
Covered
silver... Yeah, would have covered 5. Would have covered 1 of the 5. Yeah. Or you can buy everyone a lot more than just 1 drink.
alright, cool.
However, as you guys enjoy your evening of drinking, jobs work for the most part handled by Captain Sardana, or our 2 local investigator and deputy here. Evening will eventually go by uneventfully as the festivities conclude and the next day occurs. So, on this next...
Minnie would go back and check in with those people she was talking with earlier.
Yeah. I mean, the rest of the day doesn't have anything major eventful. So you spend time hanging out with Matthias and Joshua, enjoying your drinks with them, hang out with your friends. It's an overall fun time as the lot of you get into a little bit of hijinks, perhaps, depending on how drunk you guys get. But the evening goes by and morning rises with going to the small map. As you guys wake to the next day, 2 days after the Fairytown raid from the Thistletop Goblins, you guys would know that there was one particular figure that you guys saved earlier within the green. Though you did not save their dog from the Goblin's Blade. They did request that you meet with them in a couple days at the Rusty Dragon Inn, as they wish to thank you for saving their life. It's up to you if you wish to heed this request, but that is something of note for this particular day, the 24th.
Minnie would definitely make a point to go visit.
Alright. Anyone else?
I would like
Is
to.
everyone invited?
Everyone's invited, yeah.
I assume
I
woke up
I'll
in my
go.
cabin. Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to. I don't know, find a tree, carve some bark off of it, and use my wood carving tools to fashion myself a pipe for all the weed I'm going to smoke in the future.
Excellent. Give me a dexterity woodcarving check.
Sure thing.
I love that session too. You're just like, now I got a bunch of weed.
I believe that should be a +6. Let me check. 22.
22. Alright. Takes a little bit of time, but you do fashion a well-carved pipe. It seems to blow smoke perfectly fine. It is as simple or as intricate as you were intending. It's obviously not going to be like super crazy intricate because you don't have super fancy tools, but it's a well-made pipe and gets the job done.
I'm gonna leave it at my cabin because I don't think I have any smokable weed at the moment.
They did give you some buds, actually.
Oh.
They gave you 2 buds, essentially 2 uses, as well as some seeds, so you can plant some of your own, and then the coin I mentioned earlier.
Right. I've already planted the seeds.
Mhm.
I'll keep the buds and the pipe on me.
All right. Very good, very good.
Where do you go?
Where are you going, indeed? Are you joining the others at the Rusty Dragon per the request of Mr. Foxlove, or are you doing something else?
I will go meet up with the party at the tavern
All right.
at the inn.
Mm-hmm. What is Dravgi doing? You're muted if you're talking. It's truly a cursed existence, being Ethan.
Was that a me?
Yes,
I
it was you.
apologize. No, I'm of course gonna go meet up there. We were asked to.
Excellent. All right. And Clink, are you going to the Rusty Dragon?
Yep.
All right. Easy clap. You guys. I'm going to put you guys over at the Rusty Dragon. I'm going to grab the interior map for that and then put you guys there.
The big question is, who has hangovers?
Well,
Dravgi, roll me a Constitution save. You're the one who rolled that low.
No,
no, I think I rolled that low.
I rolled a
Oh,
17.
sorry. It's Yorvi.
Yolivir, yes.
Yorville.
Yes, Yorvi.
I need to roll a what save?
I need a con save
Con save.
with advantage.
Ooh, okay. Oh wait, yeah, advantage. On. Oh, still not good.
All right. Your head's a little pounding this morning. You do know of a decent cure being a dwarf for hangovers, so whether you have your brother fix it up for you, Clink fix it up for you, or you do it at the tavern or somewhere else during the day, it doesn't take too long for you to get a hangover cure, but you do wake up with a hangover.
Yeah, we track that down.
All right. You guys would arrive at the Rusty Dragon. Let me go and make these tokens visible and then put them where they'd be. You would be over here, I'd imagine. You would be at the bar. I'm gonna mark these guys as cool. They're not snap to grid. You'd be serving around there. And the rest of you guys would be there, right there. You guys would be downstairs. Or, wait. No, it's you who are upstairs and you're downstairs. Okay. Boop. Alright, as you enter, you see that the Rusty Dragon Inn is fairly occupied, in fact, at this point in time. It is a large tavern, well built, plenty of furnishing and features about it, and what's notable is that, let me just go and grab this thing real quick. Here we go. What's notable is that the area itself houses a small stage of sorts, a place for bars to ply their trade, though no one are currently setting up on the stage. You can tell, though, that this place is often a local favorite of adventurers and bards and travelers throughout the area, both being the fact that it is on the main road, the Dawn Way, leading to and from Drun's Ferry to the larger cities of Brindle and Denevor, is also a local favorite of adventurers and the like, due to the fact that, well, Ameko, the tavern's proprietor and owner, she, at least, was, not too long ago, an adventurer herself. And, well, many know from town that she helped, I wouldn't say stop for good, but along with Dragi and Yorville, as well as Sheriff Baylor Hemlock, helped stop the Fairytown massacre from the cultists way back when. Let's see here. Anything else I need to note about the thing? Yeah, there'd be some other NPCs I need to add here, but you guys would immediately notice that amongst these people working here, all the servers appear to be halflings. So Bethana, Yes, Slee, and Arit, all three are halflings. You would notice that Alder and Foxglove, he appears to be at the bar, the one that you saved. There's also a man kind of in the window here at a nearby booth who's currently enjoying a meal. He looks to be rather dashing. Definitely seems to be armed, though. He doesn't seem to be a local, though. You might have seen him around town every now and then, as he does bring with him a trading caravan.
Only one that missed the map change.
There you go. I thought I clicked Control F and E. I did not.
I'm just sitting here and I hear you click spacebar. I'm like, wait, am I supposed to be seeing things right now?
Yeah.
Alright, I need to do a few things. Copy, because there would be some more NPCs around the tavern that would be notable. You guys as well. Anyone else I need to worry about? Look at my notes. That should be it. Okay.
This is definitely the tavern that Clink usually goes to.
Mm-hmm. Alright, these figures would be notable at this point in time. Let's see, you would be at a booth here with her, and you would be at the bar. Okay. Alright, there you go. Map is active.
Walk through, poke my head in. Who are we looking for again?
You're looking for Mr. Foxglove, Aldrin Foxglove.
There he is. Walk in. Hello, I'm Miko. I'm Miko?
Ameko, yeah.
I'm Miko.
Good to see you there, Yorville.
You too.
How's the investigation going?
Well, about to be going better. Hello, Mr. Foxglove.
Minnie kind of ducks in as she comes in and stays near the back behind her friends as to like seem non-threatening.
As you enter, Aldern would stand from his stool. What? You made it! I'm so glad to see you.
Hi.
Well, as I mentioned, I did want to thank you for, saving my life back during the festival. I wanted to invite you all out on a hunt. Out in a part of the Witchwood known as Tickwood. And, of course, for the troubles. He had a slide pouch along the counter out there.
Oh, right. This is. Oh, you're very kind. I don't think I'm legally allowed to accept this.
Well, I mean, you went under. Consider it a gift then, from a friend, not a, I don't. Like, I'm not looking to bribe you, I'm just looking to thank you for saving my life.
I appreciate it. I'm joking with you.
I thought, go on a bit of a hunt together, I, get to know my saviors, properly introduce myself and, perhaps show you my holdings. I'm a local lord out east. So, out at, Witchcross, have you heard of it?
Lovely.
What's a lord?
Well, I manage the town, like Miss Devrin here, one of the councillors, or, Speaker Nora Whiston, it's a council in this town, but, just myself out in, Witchcross.
Interesting.
Well, we have been needing to get into the Witchwood a little bit anyways.
I don't think we would mind some company.
I'd love to accompany.
Splendid!
Well done.
Splendid. Yeah. You look out towards Duravki, who's been fairly silent.
Oh, I just didn't have too much really to add. I was doing my job. Of course, we're going to help save you. I'm all for I should be able to. Might work a little bit around the work, but I should make it.
Yeah. It won't be more than a day trip. I ensured to procure some horses for us, so. One suitable, of course, for our more muscular
Mini
companions here.
Write it off as part of the investigation.
I suppose could also take the time to check the forests.
Well, Tickwood is part of the Witchwood. If that is part of the investigation, we could make a bit of a detour. The intention is to hunt some boar, so it's deeper into the woods themselves.
Where is Goblin Hangout at again?
So, from Tim's knowledge, they don't have a map, so they cannot point it out to you. But you do know that so I'm just gonna post you guys back over here. So, for your guys' knowledge, the Bird Crunchers, somewhere west, so somewhere around here, within the foothills. The Lick Toads are somewhere around this swamp here. The Thistletops, somewhere up here. Because, they said it was on an island on the lake. The Seven Tooths are somewhere down here.
Okay, and the Seven Tooths are most likely suspects, right?
Thistletops are the most likely suspects.
Okay.
And then the Moss Woods are somewhere over here.
The last one you said. Could you highlight that again?
Mosswood.
Mosswood, the one before that.
Oh, the Seven Tooth.
Okay, thank you. So that's what? Due west and
Further.
further due west.
So east, but yeah,
Well, east. Yeah, east.
Oh yeah, that's how that works.
Well, actually, sort of north.
sort of north. Yeah, there's a compass over in the corner, but yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you know,
I
Either way,
understand.
on the map, east
As-
and the deeper east.
as you're discussing this, though, Splendid, since you're, happy to join along, great. He'll
Yeah,
then
sounds like fun.
pull out, from a side satchel, from a scroll case, a large scroll, and furl it, and put some cups on each of the corners, and you will reveal, hey look, this map officially is now visible to you guys.
Ah, sweet.
So,
Aha.
Nice.
We'll be heading up along the road out this way. Just, Love Brine Marsh. Tickwood is, further eastward, but, we're not heading too close to it. Just near the edge. And that's where I find the best boars to be found. So, around this area here.
Oh, so that's
One
not very near Witch Cross, is it?
No, Witch Cross is, further, out this way. But, I'm staying in town for a couple more days before I head back home, so I figured I'd check out a bit more of the local haunts before going deeper into my own, hunting grounds.
Can you highlight the section we'd be hunting in again?
Right here.
So we're going right past
Due north.
the moss ones and the thistles.
Yeah.
But,
Anything the other goblin territories might be able to tell us anything if they heard about the attack
If
through
you
their
can
little
find-
goblin networks.
I don't know about that,
If you can find out how to make goblins remember anything, tell me.
I sadly that tends to.
anyways. So, I have everything planned out and ready to go, whenever you are. Just, give the word. I'll be here for the next, 3 days, then I'll be heading back to Old Witch Cross, so.
Okay. Clink will let Hannah know that Clink will be going out as healer for boar hunt. Always good to have a doctor for boar hunt.
True that. Never know about
Sounds
those
like a
little
lot of
fellas.
fun. I haven't been on a boar hunt before. Would that be a problem?
Certainly not. No, I can help show you the ropes.
The name of
All right, perfect.
the name of the farther north goblin tribe was Nestle.
The furthest north tribe is the Mosswood Goblins.
North in terms of the map.
North in terms of the mass would be the Thistletop.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
the top.
Yeah,
Like-
Thistletop's over here.
Ignoring the compass rose for ease.
That would be the Thistletop. All right. Excellent.
Well, I think that it sounds like a wonderful idea.
You,
Would all of you like to go with us?
He's gonna look out towards the others. Since you're all interested, you have any business left in town before you want to head out, or I have things set up whenever you're ready to leave. So
I would at least need to go and tell my wife where I'm headed for the day, but
splendid, excellent, most excellent. Well, meet back here in say 30 minutes.
Sounds great.
I'll go collect the horses then. And as he does that, as you all go about your business preparing for the boar hunt, that'll be where I call the session. You guys had fun, and we're gonna see if there's anyone that we can't they go ahead and raid. Oh look,
I
our
fucking
Arcana
love
Arcade is
Warhammer.
doing Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon, the most spookiest. Yes, that's right then. Yes, but there we go. Next session we'll have a boar hunt and some more stuff.
Excellent.
Fine. Maybe we'll have some more ganja tales. It's fine. Anyways, time to raid! And with our raid completed, there you guys go.